Yo, we going hot today. No intro. Game just started. Well, actually, it's just starting right now. Tip is happening. We got Mitch Robinson in the place to be. Just won a tip. Gives it over to RJ. Except we going hot. Like I said, just walking into the crib, just ate something, talked to the kids, gave them a big chastising, and just realized that the game started. It was about to start. Here we go again. Brunson already got Kate Cunningham in the mixer. Mitch Robinson with a rebound. It's going to be one of those nights tonight. RJ inside, nice and easy. Turnover there because he tripped over the opponent's foot. Kate Cunningham all the way to the basket because Julius refused to try to stop that. I get it. You don't no need to create a necessary foul. Yeah, but we going hot right now. Like I said, we're gonna set it up as we're talking. I still got Clyde talking in my ear, so let me turn that off. Got Brunson right hand side, gives it over to RJ. RJ is trying to get a Mitch Robinson screen. Take it too long there, gonna get Mitch in trouble. Gets all the way inside, looking to give it alley-oop to Mitch. Picks up his movement, pauses for a second, and extends towards the rim rather than doing a hook shot. So that's what you love, man. So let's get the scoreboard popping. Get it, put it in the right spot. Get the scoreboard popping, guys. And let's talk some Knicks here. So I mean, of course, this is supposed to be a give me game. So I hate when people say that. Oh, they play the Pistons, man. It ain't nothing. Yeah, but the Pistons are not gonna go 0-82. They're gonna win some games. And they have talent, though. I just mentioned Kate Cunningham. They got Jaden Ivey. They got that dude Thompson, Asor Thompson. Not that man. That's the other Thompson. So they got one of the Thompson kids. They got Jaden Duran at center. Former Nick. If you want to say that. So they got a little bit of talent on their squad, man. They got guys that can score. Shout out to some other guys too, but we'll get all that situated as time goes on here. Yeah, man. But shout out to Kareem. I got Kareem's here with the Let's Go Knicks already. Salute to the DHK fam. Appreciate that. I like the way that sounds, the DHK fam. So we're gonna see what we can do about that, man. Like I've been talking before. I'm talking to you guys. I don't like talk too much because people, as soon as I say it and I don't do it, people take the idea. But I am looking to expand the Die Hard Knicks, man. I know it's just me doing the watch-alongs lately. I haven't been able to get cut into any other content, but I'm thinking about stuff. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. It's kind of hard to do stuff when people don't want to do stuff with you. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let me not talk too much. I don't want to put my foot in my own mouth. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Sim. Sim's always helpful, always trying to get me to do stuff. So I always appreciate Sim, and definitely with the MBK guys too. Those are peoples. But yeah, definitely looking to expand the Die Hard Knicks stuff. So see what we can do, man. Grimes comes around the screen, gives it to Brunson. So Brunson has a lot of energy, man. So Brunson comes right against the taller defender there, kicks it back out. Grimes finds it on the end of the shot clock, and he shoots it, no good. So I mean, like Grimes is being misused, kind of. He's just a spot-up shooter. Brunson has a lot of usage. Mitchell Robinson is waiting for the alley-oop and that type of thing. It works for what we're trying to do. But you wish that Brunson didn't have to go so crazy, But he does go crazy, and that's his strength. So, it's not like we're doing something that's against our strengths. So it's good stuff. But, you would like a little bit more activity from other guys because, then it saves Brunson. Brunson doesn't have to go through a whole Jack LaLanne workout, every single game, Another step back jump shot, he knocks that down. But, just the game just started, and Brunson's basically been cooking by himself. All the other Knicks are kind of just sitting around watching. So, I mean, that's a decent strategy. Brunson got caught in the mix there, allowed the open three-point shooter. But here comes Julius with the rebound, coming down the court. It looks like he got some Knicks colors on him. I'm looking at the feet. They finally got some Knicks colors on those sneakers that he got there. Brunson fakes, pulls up, and he knocks that down. So I was looking at Julius. Julius looked like he was throwing his hands up, but he really was putting hands up for the three-point sign. So let's get the sharing here. Put the scoreboard up here. Shout out to Detroit, man. These kids, I don't like to kick teams when they're down. Especially like Golden State. I saw another. I forgot who did it, but I saw another. Social media person talking badly about the Golden State team, like the death. I think it was Knicks Fan TV. The death of why you gotta say so bad like that? You know what I'm saying? It was a good era. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are getting old. Of course, they're gonna retire in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the death of an era. What they got some soul searching. I think he said soul searching too. So I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I just think the curtain is closing on that. Soul searching. I don't know. I mean, the guys, are they going to look to trade guys? If anything, that Golden State team shouldn't trade anybody. If they start losing and stuff like that, they should start drafting and just build organically. Just continue as an organization. They don't have to give up Curry and those guys, unless they want to go. They shouldn't have to leave. They won championships there, so it shouldn't have to be so dramatic. So shout out to that, man. Because same thing with the Knicks, right? The Knicks had 13 years worth of Patrick Ewing, a whole bunch of different teams throughout the era. So we ended up trading Ewing to Seattle, and that shit still don't feel right. He played in Seattle and he played with Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Now that he won't even come back. They say like the Knicks are not inviting him back, but he hasn't been coming back either. He's been going to do other opportunities, which is okay for him. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't need for Ewing to go through that. Even Ewing said that maybe he shouldn't have left. If he could do it over again, that's probably his regret. He should have retired at Nick. Absolutely. Same thing with Curry and those guys. Just let them age gracefully. Put the rookies in front of them. Let them extend the olive branch to the young kids, and just leave it like that. Why does it have to be the death of an era? Shit is crazy. I think that's like glamorizing a little bit. Whatever you want to say, sensationalizing a little bit. So Detroit's coming back as every NBA team is going to do. You're not going to blank an NBA team. That's one thing. Like watching games with some guys too, like say like at work, right? Let's say somebody might put highlights on, right? And the guy say, "Oh, look, see, you can't this and the other." I say, "Yeah, but it's an NBA team. Have you ever seen an NBA team get blanked and score 0 points? Never. They're going to score." You know what I'm saying? So, guys are going to get taken off the dribble. Guys are going to have, going to get embarrassed. But when it comes down to it, one team has to win, the other one team has to lose. The best team usually wins. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Nowadays my perspective about stuff is a little bit different. I'm not getting so hyped up about certain things. Arguing with people on the internet and arguing with people in real life too is just like a little bit too much, man. My thing is too, like if I am going to argue with somebody, I'm just going to throw it out there, and then whatever happens. Because it's like, sometimes you just need to throw stuff out there and let the person know that look, it really don't make no sense. It really don't make no sense. So get off it already. That's all it needs to be said, really. Shout out to Detroit, a little bit overzealous. They're trying to get the ball up ahead, because the scouting report, just like the better teams, every time the Knicks don't score or make a turnover, they try to get down and get that corner three on us. So that's what Detroit tried to do. Detroit tried to get the ball up the court quick and try to get that corner three because it is available against the Knicks. So just watching, early on here, just the way that these young kids play here, they actually made a change. So I'm gonna get the lineup going here. Let me change my setup here. I gotta change what I'm looking at here, just to just for my own sake, so I can get stats and stuff up here. Certain guys here I like, man. Say like Livers from Detroit I really like. Not for nothing, I kind of like the French kid too. He's decent. They've been benching him and starting him, benching him, starting him. He actually played pretty good as a starter. There goes Grimes again, just catching and shooting. I hate that role for him. I really do hate that role for Grimes. I feel like Grimes could do so much. And there he goes. He got beat pretty easily backdoor just now. So Detroit takes the lead. Grimes literally just took the lead just now. Just took the bait on that give and go there. Look at this. Easily backdoor. And he just beat him nice and easy. 2 straight 3-point shots at the end of the game there. If Grimes is not making that shot, missing 2 in a row, that's no good, because I feel like the Knicks are looking for him. And I feel like maybe Tom Thibodeau might hear the people out there. Some of the players might be talking about it. Oh, we need to see if we can get Grimes going. Run some plays for Grimes. A lot of people say that, run some plays for Grimes and that type of thing. Grimes literally just had 2 wide open jump shots there, and he missed both. They both look good coming off his hands. But he missed both there. Is he gonna miss? Is he gonna make everything? Is he gonna miss everything? No. But what's the difference between a good shooter and a bad shooter? It's not necessarily percentage. A lot of it has to do with opportunity. Being timely with the shots. You know what I'm saying? If the ball is moving and it comes to you and you're wide open in the moment, you got to knock it down. You know what I'm saying? The step backs and stuff like that, or like the other shots in between time. Like you might be able to you can miss those. You can take missing some of those. But at the moment now, where the Knicks are scrambling for shots and the ball is swinging to you, you got to knock that shot down, man, because the team is counting on you to do that. That's your job, or at least that's your job that you accepted. So if he's not fulfilling that role, then I don't know what to tell you there with Grimes. So right off the bat, we're playing against Detroit, so we're not going to see Bojan Bogdanovic. He's not going to come back until probably like the next game, or maybe after the play-in, not the play-in, the in-season tournament. He might not come until after that. So it'll be interesting to do some scouting for him, man. But I kind of feel like that he's going to be a Nick if he's healthy enough. If he can show that he's healthy, even after the first game, if he's healthy, even if he needs, like a couple rests or like minutes restrictions and that type of thing. If he comes out there and he shows that he can score and he can still do everything that he's been doing, then the Knicks need to make that trade. I've been looking at so many players, man. But since we're playing Detroit, I'll talk about Bogdanovich, man. I've been watching so much film of him. A lot of it is a little bit older too. Him playing in Detroit is one thing, but there's a lot more footage of him in Utah. And the dude could do it all. If you want to talk about, the Knicks always doing one-on-one stuff. We can go one-on-one with Bojan also, man. Bojan is not just a spot-up three-point shooter. That dude can also post up. He can do a lot of different things too. He pulls up shots. All he needs is a little bump and a step back, and he got it. A lot of times he steps over guys too and just shoots over them. Especially little players too. So he's a really good basketball player, man. And if you want to talk about the Knicks, they've been looking for Grimes to hit that three-point shot. If Bogdanovich is there, Bogdanovich is going to make those timely threes. So I'm extremely interested in getting Bogdanovich here. Between Bogdanovich, maybe slide, RJ to the two, like Scott Perry and a lot of Knicks seem to like. We could do that. I kind of want to start quickly, to tell you the truth. But it is what it is with that. Maybe quickly might start next year. But at the present time, quickly is really good off the bench. If we can get Bogdanovich here, slide RJ to the two, and then we could play games like that with substitutions, So, Livers just threw it out of bounds, bro. Unsolicited. RJ wasn't really giving him no pressure, and Livers just threw it out. Shout out to Monty Williams. They show on Monty Williams. Monty Williams, when he got to Detroit, everybody was like, oh, they got a good coach. They're gonna be good. Totally the opposite is happening, man. One thing, I think these guys are learning how to be pros. I think that's the most important thing with this young crew. They're 2 for 16, man. There's nothing you can do about that. Shout out to Killian Hayes, just threw up another brick. RJ goes right up against Livers. Somebody like Livers, there's not really anybody yet. RJ should just take advantage of him. Livers has good length, good height to him too. Livers is not afraid either. Livers will score and stuff too, but his name is, he's Livers. He's nobody. Isaiah Livers or Livers, whatever you want to say. He's a nobody. So RJ needs to take advantage of the nobody, make the nobody step up. So he made it to the free throw line. Nice layup earlier, man. Beautiful layup extended to the rim. Yeah, man. So Knicks can't play around with these guys. Like I said, talent is talent. They started Livers. They started Stewart. Stewart is another guy that I really like, Isaiah Stewart. He will be a nice backup player for a good team. Jaden Duran, like I said, he was a former Knick. Actually was traded. He was basically the draft pick that the Knicks had was turned into Durant some kind of way. So it was weird. We drafted a bunch of players and traded a bunch of players during that draft. So Cunningham got messed up. It looks like it might have been off on Grimes. So Grimes is guarding Cunningham. One part of the conversation today with Cunningham having to do with him being a point guard. Is it even worth him being a point guard? Here he goes. He's 6'6", 220 pounds at 6'6". What the hell is he doing being the full-time point guard? You know what I'm saying? Maybe a small forward or maybe a shooting guard and have somebody else be a point guard. Why does Cade Cunningham, just because he has point guard skills, why does that make him a point guard? I think that's a mistake. Shout out to, say, like a guy like, what's the guy's name? Not CDR. CDR is another guy. That's a dude that played for the Nets. I'm not thinking of him. I'm thinking of, I can't think of his name, but he played for the 76ers. He was the rookie of the year. So they had him playing point guard. He really isn't a point guard. Now in his older age, he's really a small forward. So he might have been a small forward the whole time, but they just because he has point guard skills, they were just like using him as a point guard, which they probably should have made him a small forward. He came on right before Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is another one. Ben Simmons can play point guard, but should he be playing actual point guard? I think you should have a point guard there and have Ben Simmons play the small forward as Brunson hits a three-point shot. Here goes Duran going against Mitchell Robinson, shoots right over him. He definitely had to shoot pretty high. This guy Duran, he's not 7 feet. I think he's about 6'10" because he's definitely shorter than Mitchell Robinson. A lot of crazy plays here. The Knicks defense, and just their polish is a little bit too much for Detroit at the moment. They're throwing passes all over the place, man. Butterflies is there, definitely playing under the hot lights in New York City. So here we go, number 25. I don't know who this is. This is Sasser. So Sasser comes around the screen, goes at Mitch, cross-court pass to Stewart. Stewart for three, knocks that down. See, Stewart is pretty good too, man. Right now, this is a scouting report. Shout out to Detroit. We should beat this team. But tonight, I'm just going to enjoy watching these young guys. So shout out to Stewart. Stewart is 22. So this is Stewart here. Stewart he plays a lot of center, but he's 6'8". He's really a power forward. He can shoot the three. He can do a lot of good things. 11.7 rebounds, 1 assist, 45% from the field. I didn't really see his 3-point stats and stuff. It's not really important at the moment, but he's a good player, live body. So here comes Kevin Knox. We got a Kevin Knox sighting. So Kevin Knox looks good. This is his first game back with the Knicks, I guess, right? I don't remember him, unless if he did play against the Knicks before, it was under different circumstances. So, this Kevin Knox is different. He's definitely been playing really well for this Detroit team this time around. So, it takes a while for guys to get into things. Brunson again with another shot. So Brunson said, you know what? Tonight's the night, baby. Tonight is the night. 15 points in the first quarter for Brunson so far. Caden Cunningham comes around the screen, and they're going to call a timeout. So Monty Williams called a timeout, just to stop the bleeding a little bit. A lot of turnovers, man. I don't know if these guys are being called for the turnovers. Let me see how many turnovers does Detroit have at the moment. They have a lot of turnovers. They got 6 turnovers in this first quarter, man. So it's partly due to the Knicks defense, and the other part is due to just I think the nerves, man. I think these guys are very nervous out there, just from the bright lights, the opportunity to play Madison Square Garden. Everybody can see, what I'm saying? It's a big opportunity, man. Yeah, man. So I'm just picking up these guys, man. I really like Livers, whatever his name is. I'm gonna highlight him too. Let me slide this over. So this is Isaiah Livers. He's 6'6", 232. He's another big guy. He's playing power forward, but he's 6'6". He should be a small forward. You know what I'm saying? Really should be a shooting guard. But today's NBA, he's really a small forward. They got him playing power forward also. So I just showed you Stewart. Stewart is 6'8". They got him playing center. They got Livers playing power forward, which they should. 2 guys out of position. Stewart should be a power forward, and this guy Livers or Livers, he should be a small forward. Here goes another guy, Jaden Duran here. So Jaden Duran, they got him listed at 6'10", and he's a center. 6'10" center, I guess that's about right because he doesn't really do too much ball handling and stuff like that. He got skill to him. I've seen some highlights of him posting up and that type of thing, catching rebounds, putting it back, being pretty dominant sometimes. 12 points and 10 rebounds per game, 2.9 assists, which is excellent there for a center. So he's a good basketball player. Shout out to his block shots and stuff like that. I don't have that on the screen, so I don't give a damn. But it's interesting watching these young guys. 2003, my son is older than him. I have a son that's 2 months older than this kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. How life goes. But these guys that goes to show you, these guys are babies, man. Shout out to Monty Williams. I remember when Monty Williams was drafted by the Knicks, yo. So time flies. People complain about a lot of stuff for no reason sometimes, but it's amazing to tell you the truth. It's amazing how time flies and stuff like that. What's going on here with my screens? Let me put my screen back up. There you go. I don't know why my screen isn't up. There you go. My screen went to the background just now. I don't know what happened. Oh, okay, from me constantly going back and forth. So let me get this together. All right, Everything is back where it's supposed to be now. Thank you. Yeah, but good stuff, man. Like I said, I remember Monty Williams when he played for Notre Dame. When we got him, I thought we was gonna have like a really good player. Because he played really good for that squad. He came to the NBA. He had a heart murmur or whatever was going on with him, and he never really played well with the Knicks. So I guess because they were worried about his health issues. He ended up going to San Antonio and stuff. I'm not sure if he won championships with San Antonio. I'm not sure if he was like 12th man or something like that and won the chip with Pop. But he ended up becoming a coach through Pop. Another turnover here by Detroit there. So, this game is what it is. The Detroit might come back again a little bit. But, by the end of this game, the Knicks should totally just wipe this team, wipe the floor with this team. Yeah, man. But like I said, I remember when Monty Williams was a rookie, man. Let me see. How old is Monty Williams? Let's Google that. Let's put this over here so we can get some Googling going. Let's see Monty Williams. Monty Williams. So we got Monty Williams on the screen here. Checking him out. He was born in 71, so he's 52. So we got some age on me. Yeah, man. But I remember when he was a kid, man. I remember when he was a kid. Let me put this Google back up just in case for another quick Google search. We got Brunson right hand side, gives it over to Julius. So this is Julius's first post up. He's posting up, double teamed immediately. He doesn't know where the pass is coming from. Gets it to IQ in the corner there. IQ misses it. So that's the issue there too. So I wonder what they do in practice. Because Julius gets the ball and he doesn't know where the pass is coming from. He doesn't know where the double team is coming from. He goes Brunson, gives it over to Julius. Julius with a nice little finish there, gets blocked at the rim. But Hartenstein with the rebound was able to lay that back up. So I believe that was Knox that blocked that. Beautiful block shot there by Knox. So here we go. This is Sasser, backup point guard for Detroit. He got the ball, gives it over to whatever. Anyway, he gets it right back, stops, picks up the dribble, gives it to Knox, wide up a 3-point shot, misses that front rim. Brunson with the rebound. Here goes Brunson pushing the ball up the court with Julius. Julius up and under move, not really the best move, but he did get fouled. See, that's one thing too. Once you start getting success, then you just start relying on the referee to bail you out for certain things. Like if you watch Julius's highlights from the Lakers and from the Pelicans when he wasn't a star yet, he was just a really good player. When he started to become a star in the Pelicans, when he started averaging 20 points, when he started doing that, then it starts changing. Then he starts being more face up. He starts trying to draw fouls and letting the referees bail him out, that type of thing. I feel like the hunger is gone from there. After a while with these guys once they become stars. I don't know about hunger, but they lose the the viciousness of scoring. That got them to that point. So Julius needs to calm down and figure that out because they were showing highlights for him in high school, and somebody made the joke that he'd been 29 since he was in high school, man. So shout out to him, man. His birthday was the other day. Just turned 29. What was I doing when I was 29? You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets with them, in the clubs and all that still at 29. Partying and stuff. Working and partying. Trying to find my wife, which I did. So mission accomplished. Julius all over to the basket. Just boils over the fucking guy. Bowls over. I believe that was Livers there. No. He bowled over the big boy. He bowled over who is this? Bagley. He just bowled over Bagley. So Bagley usually plays well against Julius, man. So here he goes with a nice little spin move there. Bagley was a high draft pick, man. I believe Bagley was like number 3 that year. Let's take a look at Bagley really quick. So I'm gonna slide this over. So he was a first round pick. He actually the second pick overall, man. So Bagley gets a bad rap because of the 3-point shot, bro. That's what I think it is. Because whenever he gets big minutes, he does actually play pretty decent. He could post up. He could do a lot of good things. They got him playing center too much now at 6'10". He's same size as Jalen Durant, but he's not a center. He's pretty skilled. But I think he was born in the wrong era, man. Because if he played in the early 2000s, or maybe even the mid 2000s, I think he would have made a big career for himself. But since he's playing in this era where everybody has to be able to launch that 3-point shot, as IQ knocks it down right on cue, that's why Marvin Bagley hasn't been able to, to really catch on, man, with the team. But I think he's a decent player. He's another guy that I wouldn't mind plucking off the Detroit team. If he could pluck Marvin Bagley off of the Detroit Pistons to be the backup power forward for the Knicks, I think that would be fantastic. So anyway, here goes Sasser getting all the way to the paint. A lot of moves there. Misses kind of an easy shot there, but he misses it. You know, it's not that easy to score in the NBA. I see the comments, man. So I appreciate you guys for coming in. But next dead ball, I'm gonna get back in there and start talking to you guys to introduce myself to the gang. Got 10 seconds left in the quarter. Brunson picks up his dribble, looking for Hart now. So I mean, Hart short arms it. Julius with the rebound. Julius pump fake. Got 3 guys in the air. Takes the foul. Going to the foul line. Got 1.4 seconds on the clock there. So guys are communicating. I see Brunson talking to Julius, talking to Hartenstein under there. You know what I'm saying? So I like to see the communication. So with Josh Hart should have gave it to Julius there, but he launched it because the clock was going down. See a lot of kung fu fighting going on the inside. Knox actually jumped in the air and stepped on top of Julius's back just now. That was kind of funny. Julius, too much spice on that jump shot. He misses the first one. So I never understood. Tom Thibodeau does this all the time. 1.4 seconds left in the first quarter, and he makes a substitution. What is the point of that? What is the point of the 1.4 seconds? He does it all the time. He always does that to IQ. Like he'll put IQ in the game with 1.4 seconds. Now he's doing it to Dante. What is the point of that? So here we go. Ball is inbounded, and now that's it. So what was the point of making that substitution at that time? I don't know. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I just don't get that. So anyway, first quarter in the books there. So the Knicks are up 31-17. So I mean, Knicks are taking care of business. This should be a slaughter. Knicks should be up by 20 for the entire game, man. So, get your conversation together, man. We're gonna start talking about other shit soon. Mostly more in the second half. After we do the halftime report and stuff like that. Second half, man, we can get into some shit, man. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, man. Shout out to Kareem Grant, definitely, man. Shout out to the DHK fam. Let's hope our team keeps the same fourth quarter energy against Detroit. I'm telling you, man, just beat this team, man. Let's not make it so hard. Ebru is a beast. I don't know where the echo is here. I have an echo thing here. I don't know what the hell it is. Trying to figure out where it is because I know I do have an echo. I have an effect button, but the effects are not working. I don't understand. So maybe it's me. Got pitch. Pitch is working. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. But my pitch is working in my ears, but my effects button is not working. So I don't know what's up with that. So I definitely got to fix that some kind of way. But it is what it is. Let's get back into this. Shout out to Dwayne Dennis. Yeah, man, usual suspects. What's good? What's good? Die Knicks fans, chat, absolutely. Mega, everybody saying what up. Knicks Nation is here. Knicks Nation 112. What's good, my man? Just like all young teams, they need experience. Yeah, they just need experience. I feel bad, because I was watching, just doing some scouting, watching the highlights and trying to get, what do you call it? Yeah, basically highlights of the last Detroit game, just so I could get a feel of what they're doing there. And I just feel bad because they were showing Cunningham with he looked up and then he did one of these. Like that. It's like, oh, man, you feel bad. Like this generation don't really do the towel over the head type of thing, but that definitely was a towel over the head moment, man, for Kate Cunningham. But I mean, Kate Cunningham is good. You can't say that he's not a good player, man. So, he's averaging 21 points per game, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. So I mean, he's good. He's 8th in the NBA and an assist with 7. So that's pretty good. 21 points per game. So if he was on, if he was on a good team or bad team, I think all that translates pretty well. So I feel, I kind of feel bad for him, but then I don't, man, because I mean, you want to be in the NBA. Everything's not roses and stuff like that. Not every team wins. There's 30 teams, So anyway, there's another guy here. We got Mr. Burks. Yeah, Alec Burks, old man Burks, man, still got some game. Here goes Jaden Durant with a nice little pivot in the paint there, able to get a nice left-handed layup. So, I mean, guys have skill. This guy Durant has a lot of skill. As you can see, he has a very strong pivot, man. He can really get up and down on that pivot. Moving, can finish with both hands, it showed there. IQ, wide open jump shot, but they're going to call a loose ball foul on the inside there. So I believe that's Jaden Durant a little bit too overzealous. Hey man, but guys got skills, man. It's just all about them getting confidence and coming together. They do have the right coach for that, So Monty Williams, they're probably going to stick with Monty for a little while, with the idea that Monty's going to get these guys winning soon. So I count them. I think they might actually do it soon. Here they go here with Sir Thompson. Sir Thompson's pretty good. Just now he just made a turnover, but he was running too fast. He's running faster than the ball. So I mean, excuse him for being athletic. Kicks it out to RJ for three in the corner. RJ misses that. So I'm waiting for that RJ 3-point shot to start snapping again. He was out for a little while, lost his rhythm. So we're looking for him to come back. So you wonder if the RJ before he had the migraines or the RJ after the migraines, which is the real RJ. RJ usually starts off slow and then he picks it up. This year he started off fast, and then we're looking for him to pick it back up. So RJ's still trying to figure himself out as well. But the time is over for that shit, man. He needs to really get busy already. Another turnover here by Detroit. No, it looks like Detroit's gonna get it back. Yeah, but they're trying a lot of stuff. These guys don't really know how to play. They're trying their best to figure out what they want to do. So I almost missed Jaden Ivey there. Jaden Ivey's been coming off the bench and stuff too. Jaden Ivey cut his hair. He used to have braids, and so now he has a regular haircut. So it looks different. Quite a few players here on this team I like, man. Like Burks, like I said, I would love to have Burks on this team. Jaden Ivey, everybody wanted him when he was drafted. Kevin Knox is better now. I would like to get my hands on Knox again. Pause. You got so Thompson is good. Bagley is good. So they got a lot of talent, man. And then guys that are not playing. Wiseman, who was the number 1 overall pick, he's not even playing, bro. So they got a lot of talent, man. So anyway, Detroit, I guess they got done fooling around over there. So now it's going to be Knicks ball. Yeah, man. Shout out to Monty Williams. He brought over that the old Houston coach, man. I mean, he was getting assaulted over there in Houston. I felt bad for him. I wanted to feel bad for somebody losing. That Houston coach from last year, man, that guy was getting assaulted by that Houston team. So here goes the Frenchman, kicks it out to number 14, corner 3-point shot, no good. Dante DiVincenzo, big time rebound. Head is up while he's dribbling, as he should. Over to RJ. RJ, nice punishing move there. Decides to throw it up. Asking for the referee to give a foul. He just apologized, so he knew what he did wrong. So shout out to RJ, man. RJ went through the same pains that these guys are going through. Knicks didn't win early on with RJ when he first came in here, so you know what it's like to lose. Same thing with I got some bottles on the floor here. I forgot to pick up. Yeah, man, but everybody deals with losses and stuff. It's all a part of the game. But like I said, RJ's been in the league for a minute now. So at this point of the development, you want the winning to start coming. So shout out to RJ. I believe he started winning in year 2 with under Tom Thibodeau. So you hope that Detroit can start getting some of that winning too. So goes Jaden Ivey there, gives it over to Durant, try to give a little give and go there. Durant is pretty good, as you can see. He's got his head up, looking to pass. Good pivoting in the paint and stuff. So very polished player, looking to gain some experience. Knicks try to take advantage of the young boys running up the court there. Threw it right to the referee. So it's going to be Knicks ball. So Alec Burke, it's kind of weird because he's still, he's at the end of his career. So him playing with these young guys is kind of not fair. So like I said, it would be really nice if the Knicks can pluck him off this roster. If we get Bajan, I really want Bajan, man, to tell you the truth. This is one of the guys I got on my short list. But nice play there by the Frenchman. That's Killian Hayes. Got another layup there. Killian Hayes doing the best job that he can, man, pushing the ball up the court. Made those little stumbling, bumbling, man. But as a point guard, they teach you that when you're a kid. At least they taught us when we were kids. Get to the middle and then push the ball. Once you get to the foul line extended, then make your decision whether you're going to pass it or make that floater. So he did a textbook, got to the middle. Once he got to the foul line, make that decision to do the floater. So he got to the foul line, slow down ever so slightly to make that floater. And he was able to do that. So good play there by a young kid, Killian Hayes. Josh Hart coming down the court, being guarded by Cunningham there. Over to RJ. Spin all the way down to IQ. IQ should have just tried to lay it up, but he tried to shove a pass into Hartenstein. That's the thing too. Guys be shoving passes into holes different, that's nothing's gonna happen. They keep doing that to Mitch Robinson. They do it often. Shout out to Hartenstein. He has good hands, but they got to stop doing that. They got to figure that out. They got to watch tape. What's the point of practice? What's the point of team meetings if they're not watching tape? He goes Killian Hayes all the way to the basket. So Killian Hayes is feeling himself. Two pretty good moves there. Got a little bit of talent. Got a little bit of confidence. Got talent, but the confidence is there too. So that's what's up. These guys are still developing, man, but they got NBA skills, man. Killian Hayes, like I said, he was benched and stuff. These guys are learning. You're playing well, then you get benched. Then you come back, now you're starting again. So you have to figure it out. It's not their fault. You want to be a professional basketball player, you got to figure it out. Got back on defense to stop IQ. IQ's putting him in the mix. Good defense there. Killian Hayes got caught, with a reach in there. I think the referee is just punishing him for no reason. But, shout out to Killian. They're really doing a good job there on defense. All right, so I see Dwayne Dennis. He says their own players sabotage it every season. Draymond Green keeps throwing the Warriors under the bus last year. Okay, so you're talking about Golden State. Last year they innocent with Jay Poole. This year I'm choking Rudy Gobert. Yeah. But Draymond's always been doing that. When you're winning, that keeps Draymond under wraps because he's a sore loser. So now that they've been losing a little bit more, he's a sore loser. If you don't remember, like when they got Wiseman, they didn't play well because Curry was out, Klay Thompson was out for the season, that type of thing. So they missed the playoffs, and Wiseman was their pick, right? So I mean, that if you remember that year, Draymond was out there by himself. So Draymond was always kicking guys in the nuts. Remember that? So I mean, he must have kicked somebody in the nuts like 3 or 4 times that season, getting into fights and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Draymond is just a sore loser. So like I said, what's up with the let's see what the NBA standings is. NBA standings. So we check out the NBA standings. Let's take a look at the Western Conference. Right now the Warriors are 8-10. So I mean, they have a losing record. So it's right on brand. This guy Draymond he's just a sore loser. So I hate playing with players like that. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is all hunky dory. Where you can use that energy to mock the other team and talk your trash and stuff, but then when it's your turn to lose, now he starts doing all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hate playing with guys like that. Those guys are just not fun to play with. This is when you're playing in the parks and stuff like that. Those are the guys that like to give you cheap shots and elbow you when you come down a lane and shit like that. Meanwhile, you're not just if you come to play basketball, you're not coming there trying to prove nothing. At least I'm not in that way. But there's always that one guy on the court where he's doing extra shit, stuff that's not part of the game. So you come down the lane and you're like, yo, did he just elbow me in the chest? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? You know what I'm saying? And then you have to be like, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you serious? Are you for real? Like, you gotta ask him, are you for real? Like, yo, everything's all right? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So Draymond's one of those guys. So, I mean, you want to talk about respect. I hear what you're saying here. So it's all about respect. I don't really respect Draymond like that, for somebody like that. I respect his for like when they got it going and they're winning, you respect his effort, you respect the energy, the leadership and stuff like that. But, as you can see, like he's just a sore loser. When he starts losing, all that stuff is out the window. The leadership is gone. Him being under control is gone. Everything, the energy is always directed into the wrong place. So he's just one of those guys, man. Yeah, him choking Rudy Gobert, that shit was crazy, man. Like he just was waiting for that opportunity to choke him, for no reason. That was crazy, man. He totally escalated that situation. It could have went way left. But the Knicks up 35-27. Right now the Knicks are losing this quarter 10-4. So the Knicks gotta put out that fire. We're losing 10-4 in the second quarter. I mean, that can't happen, man. Especially a team like this. So, I just think that this Detroit team, they locked in a little bit right behind of Killian Hayes right now. So they kind of lock in behind him. But, after this timeout, the Knicks got to come back and just put the foot back on the gas and get back to playing ball. Shout out to Geraldine. Was good. We got Mike K. Was good, Mike? In the building here with the bike. Mike with the bike. You know what I'm saying? Faith Life Sports was good. How you doing? Yeah, something's always wrong with me, man. Coughing, I had like a stomach virus the other day. You know what I'm saying? So a lot you always hear me with phlegm and stuff. I'm always outside. So I try to take my little seasonal allergy stuff. To keep that going. But whenever I forget to take it on days when there's a lot of debris and stuff out there, I always end up with the sniffles. So the Knicks drove there, lose the ball. IQ loses the ball. Trying to see who they're interviewing here. Yeah, so I didn't really hear who they're interviewing here. So I mean, shout out to the old head. When they do this breakaway, when they have the interviews, I wish they would put the name of the person there. That way you can know who the hell it is. Because not a lot of people listen to the broadcast. They like to listen to the radio sometimes. A lot of people like to listen to people like me, doing play-by-play while the game is going on. So right now the Detroit Pistons got it cooking now as Livers just hit another jump shot. So I'm a little bit behind. So I see it's 32-35. So I mean Detroit is really cooking, 15-4. So you want to call it a run, 15-4 run in the second quarter, man. This is a nightmare here on the Knicks side. RJ just drove and just threw the ball way high off the glass there. Here goes Killian Hayes, kicks it out to the three-point shot in the corner, no good. But back to the same guy. That's Kate Cunningham. He finally hits the back-to-back shot there. So timeout for Tom Thibodeau. The Knicks are embarrassing themselves here, letting these young kids get a little bit of confidence. Like I said, they did win 2 games this year. So, after, losing 16 out of 18 games, they're due to win something. But I mean, 15-4 in the second quarter, that's all the Knicks. That's all Knicks. There's no reason for it to be 15-4. There's not, and no quarter, especially a team like this. So the Knicks need to get this together. Yeah, Tips is crazy, dude. Vinny Vegas was good. He said the Killers are mediocre teams. Not tonight. But to keep it in perspective, Vinny, like I said this, I'm gonna be saying this a lot this year. The Knicks need to take care of teams they're supposed to beat, and then basically go 500 on teams that are playoff teams, kind of. So if we could beat half or 60% of the good teams, 60% of the good teams, if we can do that, and win the games that we're supposed to win, then we'll have a great record. So if you just keep doing that, then we should be fine. Shout out to Mike here again. He's talking about Monty. I'm a little surprised Monty isn't doing better with these guys. Yeah, me too. But if you're watching, some of these guys like Durant is really good. Durant is really good. They need to figure out how to incorporate him in the offense. I feel like he needs a little bit more responsibility. Who I'm going to compare him to? I'm going to compare him to Bam Adebayo. From Miami. Just not how good he is, but just the potential of how good he can be. Once he gets that polish and stuff, because he has really good feet. Great feet out there spinning around pivots. Good touch on the jump shot. Good touch on he can make layups with both hands. Ability to run the floor, ability to pass, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And he defends also, block shot in this game already. So I feel like he probably could be closer to like a Bam Adebayo kind of type. A 6'10" center. So he's a good basketball player. Kate Cunningham, like I said, I don't like him as the point guard, but he's scoring. He got 12 points tonight, so he's really a shooting guard with point guard skills. So I think he plays really well with Killian Hayes, and they probably need to keep that duo together. Let those guys grow together, because I think they play really well together. Shout out to Asur Thompson. Shout out to Jaden Ivey. It's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? They got drafted. So then Detroit will figure out who fits and who doesn't. But the Hayes and Kate Cunningham backcourt, I think that's something that they probably should keep together. Like they tried to put Kate with Jaden Ivey last year. I'm not sure that worked pretty good. We played them a couple times. I didn't really see how that worked. It was just really trying to see how good Jaden Ivey was going to be. But if you got Jaden Ivey coming off the bench, you might need to figure something out. It's interesting. Dante to Hart, back to IQ. IQ into Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson got the ball up top here, trying to give the ball to somebody else. Got Dante alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. Big time play there to get Mitchell Robinson going downhill. So that's a good look. That's definitely a good look there. 37-32. I feel like Tom Thibodeau goes to that same kind of play every single time he comes out of a timeout. He's always looking to do an alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. He goes hard with a steal. Up, but Killian Hayes gets a steal back. IQ gets back on defense. Killian Hayes does a good job of getting to the middle there, knowing exactly when to pull up very old school game by Killian Hayes. So I praised them for getting to the middle on a fast break, and then I'm praising them now for getting to about to the dotted line area and pulling up for the jump shot. Dante DiVincenzo with a wide open three, no good. Here comes Detroit coming down. Is that Jaden Ivey? Trying to see who that is there. Almost a turnover. Dante, good alley-oop there to Mitchell Robinson. Textbook. So they're gonna keep showing it because they love that. They love the Mitch alley-oop, like Mitch gets that play thrown to him all the time, or like he's so dominant, like Shaq or something. You got 2 points and 1 rebound against Jaden Durant right now, guys. 9 minutes of play, no personal fouls, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 block. Okay. So anyway, inbounds right. Cade Cunningham gets it from Killian Hayes out of bounds, no good. Hart with the rebound, pushing. Got Stewart up on his heels there. See, look, Stewart versus Josh Hart is ridiculous. Julius is being guarded by Livers, gives it to Brunson wide open for 3. That should be good. Knocks it down. See what I'm saying? Brunson always knocks down those timely threes. So, like I was saying about Grimes earlier, if Grimes is not going to knock those timely threes down, then there's no reason for him to be around, man. Killian getting a nice little penetration, gives it over to Jaden Durant. Yes, that is Jaden Durant. He has gold sneakers on. He's able to get around pretty good there. Able to try to do a little bump there on the pick. Very good. Knows how to set a screen. Oh my gosh, Stewart just loses the ball, gives it right back to Mitch, man. So I mean, a lot of stumbling and bumbling by the Detroit team. Dante gives it to Julius. Wide open 3 for Dante now. Makes that. So Dante's another one. He knows how to make timely threes. So back-to-back threes by the Knicks. We got Brunson and Dante DiVincenzo with back-to-back threes. Knicks are back up 43-34. So going back to the quarter summary, 17-12. So it's a good steal by Mitch Robinson. So Mitch Robinson caused Stewart to fall down there with a nice steal. So this is a game of runs. They went on a 17 to or whatever it was. 12. I forgot what it was. It was a. They went on a large run there, Detroit. But here goes the Knicks on their run. So hopefully the Knicks continue, man. Just gotta continue making these stops and just run the Knicks. Whatever the Knicks do, play hard defense and play Knicks basketball. And like I've been saying the last couple games, then we should be able to win. Yeah, that's Steven Silas. That's the one that the Houston Rockets were. Those kids were mauling him every night, man. I feel embarrassed. They were mocking him. He was saying something, and they were on the bench mocking him. That is crazy. I don't know how he dealt with that for all that time. Yeah, so he played for your high school. Wow. Was he any good? Because, shout out to his dad, Paul Silas, Paul Silas is a legend. So was Steve any good? It looks like he probably wasn't. It's like one of those guys that always look like he's having a diabetic fit. How are you so athletic and able to play basketball? It looked like if the wind will blow you to the ground. So anyway, shout out to Pudge. Monty is trash. Monty might be overrated. I was a big advocate for getting Monty to the Knicks because it was Nick ties, right? We should rethink that. It was Killian over to Cade. As you can see, Killian and Cade actually got a 2-man game going there. Look pretty good there. Cade drives left on Josh. Mitchell Robinson comes in for the block shot, but they're gonna call a charge. It was a delayed charge there by Cade Cunningham. Yeah, man. Yo, that would be sick. But if we get him before, we play that tournament game. We got 2 games back to back, and then we get the tournament game. So that would be interesting, man. But Bajan got to play a game first. So I think he plays over the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So with the playing tournament, man, that would be interesting. We get Bajan for the playing tournament. Look at Brunson. Brunson just hit another timely 3-point shot, falling to the ground and one. Just a beast, man. You want to talk about the Knicks need a star? Voila. Ta-da. Ta-da! Let me introduce you to Brunson. Brunson is the star player, man. You want to talk about, Julius Randle is a second option, third option on the championship, fourth option on the championship team. if you were paying attention, Brunson just took over the #1 spot. So this is Brunson's team now. Julius is now a subordinate to that. Uh, RJ looked like he was a good #2. You know, looked like he was a good #2 for a minute. Like I said, he hasn't been able to match that early season play. But if RJ can get back to getting that 22 points per game like he was doing at the beginning of the year, then now you're talking about a good #2 or possibly #3 option, right? With Julius getting pushed further back, right? So the only thing we need to do is get a real #2. You know, get a real #2, like we get a laxative or something, man. Knicks get us that laxative to get a real #2, and then now you're talking. Is Bajan that guy? Hello. Maybe not. You know, maybe Julius is the #2. You know, but if you get Julius there and you have Bajan and RJ, you don't stack the deck a little bit now. You know what, IQ around. You know, so I'm excited, man. I'm very excited about the potential of what's gonna happen with the Knicks here. So the Knicks are running this play again. A lot of good options though. Brunson again almost hit another timely 3-point shot. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound can't finish. So Mitchell Robinson gets the rebound, but he doesn't know how to finish. So, you know, what's the point? If he can't dunk it, then it's like no point. Good defense there to stop the drive by Burks. Wide open 3-point shot, no good. There goes Brunson pushing the ball up the court. Looking, gives it over to Julius. Julius casually jogs over, goes between the legs, getting to his post up. Comes into the dotted line, pulls up for the jump shot, no good. You see where Dante is? Dante's always in the mix playing, trying to get that rebound on the inside. Wouldn't it be nice to get that extra player in there to help battle down there? Josh Hart, rebound, pushing the ball up, gets it to Julius, full head of steam, able to finish and make a nice little layup there. He's looking at the refs trying to get fouls there. Stop playing around and just play basketball. Stewart fakes it, gives it to Burks. Good defense by Dante. Got him trapped in the box there. I love how Burks is always under control. Gives it to Bagley. Bagley over to Sassy. Sassy. Is it Sasser? Sassy Sasser. He just pulls up for 3. Very good. Brunson rolling it up the court. Stutter step. Got double option screen there. Dante gets it. Back to Julius. Sets the 3. No good. Fakes. Drives. On Stewart. Pump, dump, and dumps inside for 2. Nice and easy jump shot. So I'm trying to get a picture of Julius' shoes. I don't know if it's the same shoes he's been wearing or it's like a Knicks colorway on those shoes. You know, he goes Sasser again. Pull up 3-point shot. So he hit back-to-back 3s. So here we go with Sasser back-to-back 3s. You know, so the Knicks are still up, but in this quarter it's 26-20. So Detroit is winning this quarter. You know, if they're going against, if the Knicks were doing this and we were like a winning quarter, my strategy would be like, okay, we just got to win the next one and the next one. That's essentially what's been happening in the last few games there. We lost the first quarter, okay, but if we win the next 3, we win the game. You know, that's what I was saying in the Phoenix game. You know, and we were actually doing it up until the last second where Booker was able to hit that shot. So here comes another miss by Stewart. Josh Hart trying to take advantage of the fast break there. Julius step back 3-point shot. Wow, no good. Terrible shot. 51-43. Kay Cunningham pushes it, gives it over to Sasser. Sasser drives on Mitchell Robinson, gets the ball up, bounces around, almost knocked it in there. And there goes Bagley with a rebound and layup. So shout out to Bagley with his weird looking ass. He looks like a character from Bagley looks like the dude from the PJs. The fucking crackhead from the PJs. Yo. Crackhead from the PJs. Yo. Am I bugging? I think I'm bugging. I think I'm doing too much. But just imagine a crackhead from the PJs with an afro. And that's Bagley. I'm sorry, Bagley, man, but you know, I like your game, Bagley. You know, I think you would do well as a Knick. But I'm sorry. I had to get you. Yeah, man. So, shout out to my man Jamie Foxx. You know, there's like, you know, conspiracies and stuff when he got sick or whatever. There was no video of him, and you know, his family was saying stuff. So I mean, the conspiracy with him is that like he actually died, and then a clone was activated. You know what I'm saying? So now the one that we see now is actually a clone of him. Isn't that scary? what, what in the sci-fi are we talking about, man? But that was actually a theory out there, in the internets. That's crazy. If that's possible, I don't even want to. I don't even. I definitely don't want to know. So shout out to Jackal. We're coming back from breaks now. Next about the inbounds, Julius to Brunson. With the Pistons' recent track record, we have to win this one. Jackal. What I want to say about Detroit too, man. Who's been losing the most out of all these years? After they won that championship, everything has been downhill, and they have not won at all since then. But during that period, the Knicks have been the laughing stock. You know, but if you look at Detroit Pistons, let's look at that. Let's do that. Here goes another Google. Detroit Pistons. So, girl, if you don't shut your ass, I hate it when Google tells us stuff we're getting asked. So let's look at let's do basketball reference. Let's do basketball reference real quick. Do the historical stats. So they got some free throws. Julius got free throws going on, 52-45 at the moment. So let's take a look at their history here. So I mean, we're definitely talking about since they won the championship, right? So they won the championship. I'm going to say in the early 2000s, right? Somewhere around here. Here goes one. Oh my God, won the finals in 03-04. So the score is 52-45. 03-04, they had another 50-something win season. They had a 60-something win season. 53-59. So at this point, so we're talking about from '09. So from '09, the '09-010 season, they had a couple other winning seasons in here. This is the Andre Drummond years here, but they weren't consistent winning seasons. So I guess you can count all those as losing. So I mean, so from that point on to there, you know, let's do that. All these teams, all these wins here, these seasons, were all basically losing seasons. There's two seasons where they made the playoffs. 44 wins and 41 wins. Show select rows. So I'm trying to get a total. Now they don't have totals here, but yeah, man. So you're talking about quite a few seasons here of losing here. It's a lot. It's a lot of seasons. So from '09 to 2024, which is this season, it's been nothing but losing. So I wonder why they don't call them out. They always calling the Knicks out. I know they won the championship, so it's a little bit different, but not really. RJ, corner three-point shot. So the Knicks drove there. Detroit Pistons playing defense. Got a good full head of steam there, trying to get a transition three. So that's the MO against the Knicks. I said it earlier. If the Knicks miss or get a turnover, teams are looking to get that corner three on us. And Detroit Pistons, they didn't do it the last time, but this time they were able to get that corner three on us. So the score is 54-51. This game should not be going this way. Brunson, step back, pull up, got him in the blender, takes a bump. He got stripped. So good defense by Sasser, man. Definitely good defense there. Stripped Brunson fair and square. Cade Cunningham coming down. There's a 4-second differential on the shot clock. Cade Cunningham top of the key. Dribbling, looking to set up a play. Just looked at Monty just now. So we got somebody coming around. Here comes the screen from Durant. Cade Cunningham looking. He just pulls up. 5 seconds on the shot clock. So that ties the game there. 54-54 with 5 seconds. So Knicks come down. Julius, full head of steam, bumps Stewart. Excuse me. And the referees wave it off. No good. So the score is tied, man. 54-54. Basically almost identical quarter to the Knicks there. Wow. Livers tried to get a last second shot. But it's 31-17 in the first quarter, 37-23 Detroit in the second quarter. So that's a nightmare. You want to call it second quarter of death? The first quarter of death was for Detroit. Second quarter of death for the Knicks. Julius is arguing with the refs. So, I mean, this is one of those games. We're playing against a very, very, very young, bad team. We're playing against a bad team. Let's keep it a buck. And the Knicks are tied at the half right now. So, Cade Cunningham, he got 18 points. Nobody else is really doing anything. Sasser went crazy with the 3-point shot, 4 for 6 in that second quarter there, with the 3-point shot, man. So, Knicks got to get down, man, on defense. Guys like Asura Thompson and Knox and Jaden Ivey, those guys didn't even barely attempted shots, man. Between the three of them, they only attempted 2 shots. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really play much defense. Shout out to Alec Burks, too. Alec Burks is also 0 for 3. So they got a couple guys here that are dangerous scorers here that haven't even touched the ball, really. You know what I'm saying? Not contributing to anything in this game there. Thompson did have 6 rebounds, though. But between all the guys that I mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4 players, Thompson has all the rebounds. He has 6. The rest of them have nothing. So they're not getting any contribution from the bench, really, aside from Sasser scoring. Thompson with 6 rebounds, but only in 6 minutes, though. He only played 6 minutes. Bagley's played with a little bit of energy, but he's only played 8 minutes. Shout out to Livers, 14 minutes. Stewart with 15, 3 points. So, this is a weird game. This is one of those games where the Knicks are allowing this team to come back on us like this. Shout out to the Knicks now. Let's look at I'm doing kind of like a head start here with the box score. Because I feel like it's a waste of time right now to go through the regular box halftime report. So let's do it anyway. Yeah, let's just do it anyway. Like I said, I already mentioned the quarter situation here. The first 2 quarters, 31 points, 17 in the first, 37 to 23. So it's nasty work here. It's nasty work. Like I said, what am I supposed to say? This Detroit team is bad. So it's not about execution or anything like that. It's just like the Knicks are just not playing well. What's going on particularly right now? I feel like the Knicks are they're just allowing this team to do what they want to do. The Knicks are not playing their game. Looking at the shot chart, the Knicks got a lot of X's on there. Shot 40%, 45 shots on the ball. They shot 49%. So everything is going the way it should go. The Knicks are not making shots, I guess, if you want to blame it on that tired thing there. Longest run was 13. I want to believe that 13 run was Detroit, because Detroit went on a nice little run there in the second quarter. Biggest lead was 16 with the Knicks, and Knicks relinquished that lead, and Detroit now tied the game. So this is an ugly game right at the moment. Rebounding wise, look at this, man. Are you looking at it? Rebounding wise, 30 to 26. Detroit got 30 rebounds to the Knicks 26. There it goes. The Knicks cannot lose the effort battle if you plan on winning anything. We got more assists than them for some reason. Steals, we're doing good with our steals like we normally do. We don't really block shots as a team, so that's not a shock to see 4-1. Turnovers, 8 turnovers is a lot for the Knicks at the half. 8 turnovers is definitely a lot for the Knicks at the half. That contributes to that field goal percentage. Everything else, 32% from the 3-point line is whatever. Points in the paint, 16 to 14 is crazy. Second chance points, 5-1 against the Knicks. That's fast break points, 7 to 6. It is what it is with that. But second chance points, 5-1, and the points in the paint, we're losing the points in the paint battle. Like, what is going on right now? This Knicks team is so annoying. We it's from game to game. We don't know what's going on. Like, we know what Knicks basketball is. We watch this. We watch our Knicks, and we've been watching Tom Thibodeau Knicks for 4 seasons now. So we know what to expect year in and year out, game to game with the Tom Thibodeau team. But as far as like the identity of the Knicks, man, we never know what the hell's going on. Like, I was talking about the Detroit team already with their minutes distribution and stuff like that. Like I said, shout out Kate Cunningham with 18. You got Sasser with 12. Everybody else, the next closest player is Killian Hayes, who did well with 9 points, and you got Jaden Duran with 2. So, there's not really much happening outside of those 2 players. On the Knicks side of things, you got RJ with 9. You got Julius with 14. Like, RJ's not contributing to the game either, man. I don't know what's going on. He only had 1 rebound, no assists, no steals, no blocks. He missed. He's 0 for 4 from 3. So I'm trying to say, what's this the real RJ? The RJ that started the year off when he was getting 22 points a game, or is this the RJ that the same RJ that we were complaining about last year? This is the one that we're looking at right now. So which is the real RJ? Julius is not playing particularly well out there, but he still has 14, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. So I don't get it. Watching the game, it looks like he's not really playing well, but he actually is playing well. So that's Julius Randle in a nutshell. You got Mitchell Robinson 2 points and 3 rebounds against this team. Like, what is happening right now? He only has 3 rebounds, two points. You can't blame it on foul trouble because he has 0 fouls. So what's the issue? He's getting his minutes. He got 16 minutes. So how come he only has 3 rebounds against this team? It doesn't make any sense. He should be dominating rebounding wise against this team. Let's keep looking here. We got Brunson was always going off, but he has 23 points. Brunson got 23 points, man. Is he trying to get 50? Do we need Brunson to get 50 against this team? My goodness. Like I said, Julius got 14. Mitchell only got 2. We got a blank by Grimes. Grimes is not giving us anything, guys. 0. 2 steals, nice. But Kate Cunningham was cooking his ass. Shout out to Josh Hart. Basically the same thing. Not really giving us much, but at least he's rebounding and pushing the ball and passing a little bit. Emmanuel quickly hasn't erupted yet. 1 for 5. What's going on? Hartenstein, came in for 7 minutes. He got 1 rebound, 2 steals. No points. Dante DiVincenzo, he hit a timely 3-point shot when we needed him to make it, but he's not really doing much either in his 9 minutes of play. So I mean, what's happening right now? This is like a ghost Knicks team. This is like we're healthy. We got all of our players, but it's like a different team is out there. It's not the guys that we know. So that's frustrating, man. It's not really something to like. Nothing's gonna happen on this box score that's gonna point out why we're losing, except that the Knicks just pissed away this game, kind of. So that's annoying. That's definitely annoying. So that's crazy, man. So I mean, it's a very frustrating game here, man. This is one of those things where I said, get your topics together because we're gonna be talking about something else in the second half. But here we go. The Knicks are playing against this team that's not that good, and we're just allowing them to stay in this game. So now we actually have to pay attention and have to grind this out. Get it to the cardiac Knicks again in the fourth quarter. I'm not ready for that. Not against this Detroit team, man. That I'm not ready for. So shout out to Holcomb. Holcomb in the place. My king. So he says Salas is very good. Had his number retired. That's dope. The high school, there's a lot of kids that kind of top off at high school. Who's my best player in my high school? I went to Nazareth. Regional High School in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying, in the 90s and stuff. So who was my best player? I think his name is Xavier, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of his name, but I think he went to Xavier. Did he go to Xavier? So I think the guy that was on our team went to Xavier, but I can't think of his name at the moment. But he played for Nazareth back in the days, man. So in the 90s, he was like a leading scorer. I met him a couple times. He was a senior when I was a freshman, so he probably was the best player that I had during our time. Shout out to Mike Dunleavy, the Mike Dunleavy senior. He was actually a star player at Nazareth. There's a couple female players that did well in Nazareth. The boys team too. They have some guys that are playing pretty well. Football players. I think we have one guy that went to the NFL from our school. So Nazareth always had really good athletes, man. Track and field and stuff too. Really good stuff there. But like I'm trying to say, a lot of athletes, they tend to top off in high school. Because you're at your athletic, let's say not peak, but like when you're in high school, you really don't care about nothing. You don't need to work out. You don't need to do anything. And if you are working out because you're still growing, that you're like invincible. You can jump, run, you can do anything. So I remember going through conditioning because I was too busy chasing girls and smoking weed when I was in high school. So I tried out for my team in senior year, and I ended up getting cut because for obvious reasons. Why would you cut somebody that has a scholarship, to put me on the team when I'm not even that good? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. The guys were getting partial scholarships and stuff like that to play basketball, on like SUNY teams and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So if they got cut from the team, they wouldn't get their scholarship. So I get it. I get it now. But at the same time, I didn't really have a lot of organized basketball experience. But if I played for 4 years instead of smoking weed and chasing girls, then maybe I would have had some kind of basketball career, coaching or something like that. Yeah, but I chose to chase girls. That's my big problem in life, always chasing girls. At least I can say I had that, though, right? at least for a little bit. Shout out to Hit Him Up. He says Pistons had back to back, had a back to back, and the Knicks still struggling against them. They lost 15 straight. It is what it is, man. It's not football. Football is any given Sunday, and that shit is true. But basketball too, man. These guys are professionals. Guys can put points up on the board. So they did win 2 games. So who did the Detroit Pistons win against? Detroit Pistons schedule. Let's take a look at and see who they played. So let's do see more butts. So we got some preseason. So I'm trying to see who they won. They beat the Hornets. Okay, so that's not really nothing to talk about. And they beat the Bulls. So they beat 2 bad teams. They beat the Hornets and the Bulls. But the Bulls have star players, and so does the Hornets. They got LaMelo Ball. They got a couple other guys. Of course, the Bulls have 3 star players in DeRozan, guys that are former All-Stars. Vucevic and Zach LaVine. So they got 2 wins. It's possible. They scored 118 points, 111 points respectively. And some of these losses, 112, I see, 116, 106, 109, 118 against the Bucks. So I mean the Bucks almost lost to them. I'm just looking at some other teams here. 120 against the Hawks. They took the Cavaliers to 8. They had 8 points there. The Pistons scored 142 on them. They scored 113. The Nuggets only beat them by 4. So if the Knicks don't beat them by 40, tonight, the NBA champions only beat them by 4. So it is what it is. Basketball, it is what it is. We're talking about professionals and stuff, guys that will go to the park and you wouldn't even be able to score on them. The worst player on any NBA team will give you 20 in the tournament. Will give you 50 in the tournament, I should say. It is what it is. Get that up out of here. Yeah, man, 54 is ugly, man. Just disgusting. Let's see what else you guys are talking about here. Shout out to Hit 'Em Up. I appreciate you coming in here. I like the avatar. Who's that, though? Number 20. I see number 26. I see somebody else. So I don't think those are real Knicks, right? Those are just fake Knicks and fake uniforms. So who are those guys? Number 26 and the other player in your avatar, bro. So Brunson should go for 50. He should. There hasn't been a Knicks 50 in a while. I think Julius came close. He had like 40-something. I think Brunson had 40-something too, came close to 50. So it would be nice for him to get his 50 burger here against Detroit. But I really want to win more than anything, to tell you the truth. If he got to go to 50, that means the Knicks are not playing well. Shout out to Bobby Santiago. What's good, Bobby? Bobby Santiago. Bobby always comes in hot, bro. He always comes in here with some stuff. So I'm looking forward to hearing his takes here in the comments. Here we go. He said they called Barbara Streisand's dog like 5 years ago. I believe it, man. All these stuff that they say, out there, I believe half of it. There's got to be some truth to it. Talking about lizards in Hollywood and that type of thing. All the sexual parties that you hear about, that shit is absolutely true, man. Look at Puff Daddy about to go through it with his thing. All that stuff is going to come out. So all the stuff that people kept to themselves because they're trying to get on in the industry, all that shit going to be going to come out to the light soon, man. A lot of those guys are doing stuff right now in the open like nobody's going to say nothing. Yeah, that Puffy movie is going to be crazy. You want to talk about Wolf of Wall Street? Wolf of Wall Street was sniffing coke out of chicks' asses right on the screen. Martin Scorsese with the direction. Hey, Leonardo, stick your nose deeper in our ass. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it. I can't even imagine what the Puff Daddy movie's going to be like. Shout out to Pat He says, what does the Knicks organization see in Grimes? I don't get it. I believe it was State. We was on the Morning Brew show, on the Morning Brew channel, and State made the thing that through optics, Grimes has to start, because if you bench Grimes, that kills his trade value. So I know it's not like a surprise. He's not playing well and he gets benched. It's not a surprise. So I don't know what's going on here. The game already started 15 seconds into the game, and I'm just noticing that. So let me refresh my thing here because there's something going on. So I'm refreshing my stream to see if I can get a little bit closer there. Because I mean, the game started. I already lost like 30 seconds of the fucking game already. Excuse me, bouncing into the microphone. My bad. So I'm kind of caught up. So I'm like 15 seconds behind, guys. Julius, Knicks got a give and go. They got the weave going on. Nice pick by Mitch Robinson. RJ slowed down to try to get on Mitch Robinson to get that alley oop. Brunson comes in there over the trees and makes another layup. Like he don't care. Yeah, man. So back to Grimes. I kind of believe that a little bit, but at the same time, we can't really worry about that. We just have to try to get better. Like we just totally destroyed Fournier's trade value, right, by him sitting on the bench. So then if we got to do it to Grimes to get better, then that is what it is. If teams like Grimes, because they saw him in a sophomore game, and so there's so much evidence out there, he's healthy and stuff like that. You can see the potential if he was in a different role. You know what I'm saying? So if a team really wanted him, they'll take him. I think the most important thing, if the Knicks trade Grimes and Fournier, even if they're not playing and stuff like that, is to adding that first round draft pick to it. Adding that first round draft pick, especially Detroit, getting Detroit's own first round draft pick would be great because there's a lot of restrictions on the Knicks. So they're definitely probably going to be a top 5 pick. So it's not going to be the Knicks pick anyway. So if the Knicks can give them their pick back, you know what I'm saying, then that'll be better. Which like I'm trying to say, they're going to get their pick anyway. So that's it's weird. So the Knicks instead of giving them the Detroit pick because like I said, there's so many restrictions on that pick that they're going to get the pick back anyway. So we're probably going to have to give them another pick. Besides the pick that they already own. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we decide to do, like if we get Bajan and Bajan is still cooking, still could play, then I take him. I'd make that trade. If we can get Alec Burks to take a walk with him, or get Marvin Bagley to come too, then it is what it is. Here goes Grimes again. Just catches the ball and pulls up with a Knick player and a defender in front of him. Like what is he doing? It's like shout out to I'm looking for my guy here. I am Jarrell. Did I am Jarrell pop in yet? So I am Jarrell. Remember we were talking about Buddy Hield. I know I am Jarrell's listening, but we were talking about Buddy Hield. And he said, why would we get him? We made our arguments and stuff. But now thinking about it, just the reason why that Buddy Hield would look good is that Buddy Hield could create his own shot. He does shoot a lot of threes, but Buddy Hield, he's not just going to catch the ball and just shoot it in that situation. He's probably going to go around the screen and make a drive or something. He can get loose and create his own shot, man. So, I mean, Grimes is just incapable of doing it right now. He needs to get off this team. Grimes going to Detroit probably will work a little bit better, but at the same time, that this Detroit team has a lot of guards already that's not playing. Jaden Ivey's not even playing. So it's interesting. A very complicated situation here. So I'm hoping that the Knicks can capitalize on this, man, and get another player here. Yeah, so Bobby, you're right, man. So I think the Knicks are not even looking past the Pistons game. They're looking at already thinking about the plan. They're already thinking about Vegas. IQ thought they were going straight to Vegas, but he forgot he got 2 more games to play before he goes to Vegas. He goes K coming around the screen, broken up by RJ, but Stewart still gets it. Goes on the inside, dribbling to nowhere. Back out, gives it to K Cunningham to the corner for Hayes. Hayes shoots it and knocks it down. So these guys got confidence, man. We got to trade buckets with them now because the Knicks let these guys get that confidence in themselves. So that's dangerous. All you need in basketball is a little bit of confidence, So, I mean, Grimes is on this nut right now. Grimes got 0 points. But if you look at plus and minus, he's only he's a 0. He's plus and minus 0 right now. Just a 0. You know what I'm saying? So people will go to but he still played again. He was a 0, plus or minus 0. So he was still playing good. You don't even know the game. He was doing other things out there, bro. How do you think Julius scored his 35 points? Because, Grimes wasn't doing shit. That's why Julius was able to score his 30 points. Julius cross-court pass to RJ. RJ with a 3-point shot. Knocks that down. So Julius, this guy, RJ, finally hits his first jump shot there. He's 1 for 6 tonight. 12 points. Listen, don't bet do not bet on RJ if you're going to be sports betting. Right now, I believe I put that Julius is going to get 15. So Julius has 14 at the moment. So rebounding wise, I think I might have put down six rebounds. Yeah, man. So yeah, I've been betting like crazy, man. I got my bankroll up to 300 something. Basically 400. Excuse me, I got my bankroll up to 400 in the last couple of days, so that's good. I've been betting like little $50 bets and that type of thing. I got it up to 400, which is good. So of course, I threw 100. I threw $300 back in the pot. So I got $300 boiling right now. Hopefully, come out with some bread. Killian Hayes, wow man, comes into the paint, jumps, looked like he was gonna pass it, looked like he was gonna shoot it. He shot at the last second and knocked it down. So Killian Hayes got a lot of confidence, man. 65-63. Brunson over to Julius. Julius top of the key. Gives it over to Grimes. Grimes finally puts the ball on the ground there. Gets all the way into the paint, bounced around for no reason. He got a lot of bounce, man. But, I mean, do something. Julius sidesteps, shoots it. Hartenstein fights for the rebound with Stewart. Looks like it's going to be some free throws here for Hartenstein. Nope. Shot on is on foul on the floor, so inbounds here. Knicks ball still. RJ inbounds, looking to get it in, gets it into Hartenstein. RJ should have cut. Hartenstein had him. Brunson, screen. No. Okay. Julius and Brunson coming in to give a screen. Julius finally gets it back, top of the key, crossover into the paint there. Aiming his shot off the glass, and he knocks that down. Tough, difficult shot by Julius, falling to his right, going out of bounds there. Jalen Duran on the inside there. Knicks are jumping around like pogo sticks, man. But Jalen Duran was able to keep his balance to lay it up nice. I'm impressed with Jalen Duran. I'm impressed with a lot of the skill sets that he's showing out there. 6 points and 7 rebounds right now. So he has a very, very, very strong base, really good pivot foot. Very patient. So I'm looking forward to him growing the next few years. Julius Randle spins in the lane. Nice little floater. Kind of like a pass. He gave it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein was able to lay it up. Shout out to Boohoo. Boohoo says Oracle or Oral, whatever that means. Trying to get me to say it. I don't know what that's about. But Cameron Gold, what's up? Goldberg, he says same for the same team from the 2001-2002 team. They took they took the whole season off. He goes Brunson. Fakes the dribble, handoff. He's back. He's just crossing over with Hartenstein in front of him, too. Pulls up for the mid-range, no good. Detroit with the rebound. Brunson's on the ground. Killian Hayes trying to take advantage of the numbers. Gives it out to Livers, I believe. But good defense by Julius to smack the ball out of bounds. So Livers, you can see he has some weight to him. Like, it doesn't look natural. I remember he used to be a lot skinnier, so I guess they might have told him to put on some weight. You're going to play power forward this year. So, I mean, these teams could destroy players, too. We are surveys here. What's good? Where's BKLA? Your sister went to Nazareth, and your friend Stuart Granger. Stuart Granger. So what year is this here? Stuart Granger. Like I said, I'm not good with names, man. So I mean, we might know the same person. Like I said, I went there in the late '90s, Nazareth. So let me do some research on the side here while we're talking about there. Yeah, but I love Nazareth, man. If I had money to give back, to donate to that school, I definitely would do it. Because I mean that school is not an oasis, but it's kind of like in the middle of things. Back in the days, there was a strip club in the back that I mean that's a story within itself there. Wiggles, I remember we used to go to, for anybody that knows about that, in the back over there on Clarendon. You know what I'm saying? Got the McDonald's there. A lot of stuff used to happen back there, because it's like factories and stuff back there. Then you got Tilden a couple blocks down, a couple other schools in the area too. So it was pretty hectic in the 90s, man. Like I said, it was the box cutter era, So a lot of schools, a lot of high schools, a lot of people using that Q8 bus on Kings Highway. Shout out to the B15, the East New York and Brownsville bus, B15. You know what I'm saying? So I went through two of the worst hoods of the 90s, man, during the 90s there. Brownsville and East New York, murder capitals of the United States at the time. Dangerous, man. But, you navigated through that shit, man. I used to walk around with a knife. You know what I'm saying? God, please let me help. I never had to use that shit. But you needed it just in case, man. You never know what was going to happen. There's a lot of stuff happening out there. And to navigate as a teenager, man, in certain areas. I know kids go through it now, so you can imagine. Yeah, man, Stewart. I gotta do some research over here. So the Knicks are coming back from the timeout here. Let me get this together. Yeah, I'm doing my research on this side here. So they're interviewing Monty right now. Yeah, man, I'm doing my little research here. Trying to see if there's anybody with mutual friends and stuff. Nope. So anyway, pull up there by Stewart. I mean, late Livers there. Runs with the rebound, pushing, looking, gives it over to RJ, fakes the three, drives on Killian there. Ooh, double pump in the air. He misses that shot. Good aggressive move by RJ, but not the best finish there. Killian Hayes is actually playing pretty good if you're watching. Great. I mean, look at Killian Hayes gets right to the foul line, directing traffic, getting Durant to get out the way, and gets right into the foul line and pulls up. He looks like a player that deserving of being a high draft pick. 16 points tonight, 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds against a high-level point guard in Brunson. Brunson's taking him around these screens there. Whip pass to Julius. Julius get his feet together and shot that three and knocks it down. So the Knicks go up by 3 again. So, I mean, I'm giving Killian Hayes a lot of props, man. 7 for 10 right now, 1 for 2 from 3, 1 for 4 from the free throw line. But playing a very good floor game out here, as far as scoring especially. So I like the combination between Killian and Cade. Those guys play really good together. Grimes is playing defense against Cade, and he's getting stuff handed to him. Shout out to Stewart on the inside there with a nice little pumping and dumping, able to get a layup in there. Too short, man. 6'8", but still able to get the business going. Timeout by the Knicks. So they're only up by 1 against the Detroit team. So I'm waiting for the Knicks to step it up here. Let me get some air going on here. I feel like the air is too stagnant where I'm standing. Also, too, let me throw some light up on here. We pump some light here. It's a little bit too dark in here. I don't know if you guys notice it. So let me get some light on my side here just to brighten things up a little bit. Yeah, man, I'm just waiting for the game to bust open, man, because, I mean, this is just a terrible game to watch. So this is more stuff on Stewart. He said helped you guys win a state championship and went to Nova. And they played 1 year for the Knicks after being drafted by Cleveland. Really? Okay, cool. I didn't even know that. So this is an early '90s player then. Stuart Granger, or this is somebody from the early 2000s. So now you got me intrigued now. Okay, so you're talking about an older player, Stuart Granger. This is this Granger's dad? No. So anyway, I'm looking at him now. So I got some pictures. You guys can see it on the screen. I just Googled it. So this is the guy you're talking about here. This guy right here, Stuart Granger. So you're talking about an older player, man. This is somebody like he's like born in the '60s. So that's cool. So now I got another player that I can mention. He was born in Canada. Is he related to RJ? Does he know RJ? That would be interesting. That would be like a freaking coincidence, wouldn't it? They went to Nazareth, and I believe that they grew up in that RJ's mom, I think, grew up in that area, if I'm not mistaken. He was drafted in '83. That's dope. Good piece of history there, man. So I did not know that. I did not know that about Stuart Granger. All right, so that's interesting. This is something I can keep in the Rolodex whenever I'm talking about my old high school and stuff, man. So good look there for a little bit of history, man. Knicks got to win though. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for that. That's pretty cool. Brunson and Spider. So hit him up since Brunson and Spider. We talked about that too on the Morning Brew podcast. We talked about that a lot on Steph's show, on Tony's show. We talk about it on everybody's show, really, the same stuff. Spider. So if Spider was a shooting guard, he wouldn't just be a spot-up shooter. So the Knicks would look a lot different. So Anybody with a post out there at the shooting guard spot is going to look a lot of different. That's why we're talking about sliding RJ to the two, and then getting a real small forward out there to play. Just to take advantage of what's going on with us. At the same time, too, it would be nice to get another player in here, like maybe even just bringing up IQ. Let IQ start at the two, But I guess they don't want to push IQ's numbers as far as paying him too high by starting him. Because if he starts and averages 20, you imagine that, then they really got to pay IQ. So I think the Knicks were more inclined to make that trade. Here goes the transition three there, man. This guy Sasser knocks down another three, so he got 5 threes today. Yeah, man. Let me just double check that. Sasser got 5 threes, fam. 5 for 7 for 3, 15 points today. So the Knicks always allow one person that you never heard of get busy, man. Sasser's one of those guys. 5 threes today, 15 points. Brunson just drove, made a nice little layup. So we were talking about Brunson getting 50. Right now, Brunson has 33. Kate Cunningham is palming the ball right now. Tells you right there he shouldn't be the point guard. Stewart over to Duran. Duran back to Kate Cunningham. Doing point guard action, gives it back to Livers. Livers drives to the paint there. A little floater, no good. Julius with the ball, walking slow. Now full head of steam all the way to the basket. Left-handed layup is good. Julius Randle always lays it up like it has no shot of going in. Like what is he doing? But he still finishes it. Oh, Jaden Duran, nice little stutter step and step through hop on the opposite side of the rim. He's skilled, man. This guy Jaden Duran is very skilled, man. He that was a very skillful move there. He has some really good footwork. I'm very impressed by him. There goes Brunson there. Brunson should have threw it behind the back pass to Mitch. He didn't. Now he dumps it off to Julius. Julius gets the ball by the Coinbase sign. Kicks it back out to Brunson. Brunson fakes the three, drives, pull up, jump shot in the paint, knocks it down. A lot of work, too much work there for the Knicks. We need some ball movement to stop these guys from wasting so much energy. But 78 to 76, man, this guy Brunson got 35. At this point, we still got 2 minutes and 56 seconds in this third quarter. So, if Brunson, could keep scoring here, then I want him to get 50. Still got a little bit of time in this quarter here. So, if he scores 4 more buckets or 5 more, get him up to 40 by the third quarter, then he needs to get 50. We need to feed him and get him that 50. Here goes Carson there. Everything is salute, salute, salute. I see you guys using emojis. I can't really see it. But, you guys can support the podcast also by becoming a member of the podcast. I forgot how much it is, but if you become a member, you get some secret emojis and stuff. If more people become members, then I'll start to think of different ways to reward you guys for that. So if anybody has any opinions about that, let me know. But yeah, so if you want to support the pod, like I said, you can just become a member, by joining on the YouTube page, and then I forgot how much it is, but you'll get some exclusive emojis and some badges too. A couple people on the pod got badges. I believe Geraldine has one. I know I'm Jarrell has one, and I forgot. I think somebody else has one. So I only have like 3 members. But it is there if anybody wants to support the pod. That definitely will help out a lot, man, by doing that. All those monetary things, of course, but I do this for fun. Because I never mentioned that. I did that the members thing like last season, I think. So I think I haven't mentioned it since then. You know what I'm saying? So I invested money for and stuff like that for people to design it. But I didn't do it for the sake for people to start, get it so I can get me some money. It would be nice, but it's really just something to give back to you guys, So if you're interested in that, you can go and do that. I'm quite sure a few of you guys that's been watching this whole time didn't even realize that I had that, right? But like I said, it would be nice to do something else too, with the members thing to give back to you guys. So here goes Knox. Knox just threw it straight out of bounds there. Bagley was looking for a pass straight up, and Knox just threw it away. There was like no explanation for it. Here goes Brunson into Julius. Julius comes in there. And like I said, Julius just shot it like this, over his head like this, and beep, like that. Like it had like no shot. Like what was he thinking to do? I don't know, but he made the shot, so it is what it is. Stewart was class of 79. I lived on Kings Highway in Clarendon. Okay. Kings Highway in Clarendon is right there on the corner, right in front of the Q8 where we used to wait for the bus. Josh Hart corner 3-point shot, knocks that down. So, I mean, the Knicks are making big shots, but then they're coming down and allowing the Detroit Pistons to come in there and just score. Not necessarily make big shots, but they're just scoring. So the Knicks are playing their best and just allowing Detroit to play around with us. Bagley almost caught a body with Julius there, so he blocked it, and Julius, it looks like he's pissed off about it. I mean, what do you expect to be called there? I just don't get it. So Bagley's making his free throws. Box cutters and wallabies. Yep, I used to wear wallabies back in the days. Shout out to Timberlands. You needed to have Timberlands back in the days. If you didn't have Timbs, you was a clown. Or if you didn't have the polo boots back in the days, you needed the polo boots. Yeah, my pops, my mom and my pops are from East New York. You know what I'm saying? Bushwick, East New York. So there were people coming home without their sneakers, coming home with slices on their face, coming home without their jacket, coming home without their clothes and stuff like that. So they didn't want me a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So anything that was popping, too much, I just couldn't get it. Like Jordans, I was not getting Jordans during that era. Whatever else was popping, I wasn't getting. I'll get the second or third tier thing that was cool, but I wouldn't get the most cool shit. So all the cool shit I wouldn't get. It's just the next tier I would get. And then I know how to navigate too, man. Instead of getting like the expensive outfit, I knew how to get the champion hoodie. The champion sweatshirt with some, damaged jeans or something like that. With some feline kicks, or whatever. I knew how to finesse it. To get what I needed to get to look good and stuff. But all the super cool shit like the polo shirts and all that stuff. My moms and my pops wasn't hearing that shit because they already knew what time it was. I respect it, man. I definitely respect my parents for that. So here we go again. Bagley trying to score. Brunson trying to draw the foul there. So they call blocking foul on Brunson. Brunson's on one side he's getting abused, getting trucked over, and on the opposite end he's shoulder blocking on the opposite end. So it's crazy, man. Yeah, more love for Grimes here. Shout out to David. What's good with David? Hey, David. Seeing the picture, their beautiful smiles. I love good avatars, man. Thank you guys for making good avatars. Our offense is not smooth. Never, man. No matter who we play either. It doesn't even have to be a good team. Right now the Knicks are losing. Knicks are losing 85-83 as Knox hits a free throw. So, 44 seconds left in his third quarter now. This is getting out of hand. Brunson scored 35, haven't scored since. Here goes Brunson with a quick crossover, comes around the Hartenstein screen, just drives in there. Floater, knocks that down. 37 points now for Brunson. So here comes Detroit coming up the block. Yeah, it's frustrating. You would think that these guys have more chemistry. If you look at Cade, like I was saying, Cade and Killian have great chemistry now. You can see it. I feel like those guys should start together. They're trying to get Jaden Ivey and these guys open, trying to get them some experience. But I think their backcourt is Killian Hayes and Cade, I think. So here goes Brunson now. Knicks just allowed another basket. Brunson, drives, kicks it out, gets knocked out of bounds there by Sasser, trying to find Josh Hart in the corner. Well, with 1.8 seconds left here, there's no shot really. Whoever gets the ball got to get it up there. So, this is ridiculous, man. 87 being down by 2 to Detroit Pistons right now at home. Brunson with a 3-point shot. Wow, he misses that. It was right on the money. Died on the back of the rim. I can't believe we're doing this now. We should be talking about other shit right now. 87-85 is ridiculous. I see we are surveyed here. We are surveyed, sponsored. You just became okay, cool. So that speech didn't go on deaf ears, man. So I appreciate Survey. So Survey is absolutely sponsoring this podcast right now. So shout out to Survey, man. Let's do a round of applause for Survey here. One of my newest members here. Do a little bit of definitely appreciate Surveys there for the support. Surveys is always here all the time anyway. You know what I'm saying? Always giving good support popping in, just saying, "Hey, I'm here." You know what I'm saying. So I know he's watching. So I definitely appreciate that. All that I appreciate so much. But now, you're a member now. So this is something a little bit more special, man. So I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. I gave the speech earlier. Like I said, I never mentioned it. I don't really mention that stuff. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at advertising that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is there. If you want to be a member, you can sign up for however long you want to. I'm a member of certain people too. I think I'm a member of Knicks fans Brazil. So I'm still a member of Knicks fans Brazil. Definitely supporting those guys over there. I haven't spoken to my man Victor in a while, man. So I gotta hit him up and see what's going on. Uh, see Bobby Santiago's talking again. Says the Knicks can never beat them with the killer instinct like the Jordan Bulls were. Yeah, I get you. I definitely get you. Yeah, this is it. But that's why the Knicks need that extra guy. That's why we need that extra guy to because I mean we're a one-on-one team. That's Tom Thibodeau style basketball. So in order for us to take advantage of that, if Brunson got to go on, which he does right now, Julius is the next guy that's scoring, but RJ don't got it. So if RJ don't got it, and then the next scorer is IQ. If two out of the four don't got it, like Quickly don't got it, Quickly is 1 for 7 right now. You know, RG doesn't have it tonight, so we need that. We need that extra player. We need an extra player here. Like I mentioned DeRozan a couple times. People immediately just shoot that down. You want to know why? Because some of the big entities haven't talked about it enough. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, DeRozan could be had. I believe. Forget about Levine. I think DeRozan could be had. So I think the Detroit beat writers. I was reading. I follow a couple of them. Shout out to Tim Thomas, man. I love that Tim Thomas is there every single game now. I love that. But shout out to the the Chicago Bulls beat writers. They were saying that Levine is #1 on the list, so Levine is going to be the first one to go. So when Levine goes, then they're probably going to trade the rest of them. So you just got to wait and see. I think the Lakers got the beat on Levine. I think they'll probably trade for him. And then you got DeRozan. So I mean, DeRozan I think would be a good fit for the Knicks, only because we play a one-on-one style. So RJ at the three, I think RJ at the three works fine. You know, sliding him to the two would be nice. But if we get DeRozan here, so DeRozan will be more of like a in-between player. So I mean, we could take turns. I think DeRozan will fit that #2 role a little better with Brunson. So between DeRozan and Brunson, if they can get some chemistry going together, that would be a nice 1-2 punch to start the games with us. Then Julius would get in where he fits in, and then RJ would get in where he fits in. Then you got quickly coming off the bench. I think that works too. I really like Bajan. What's the name? DeRozan's another one. So I think we need that extra guy because we need somebody else to go one-on-one to do that. And like I said, DeRozan is a really good one-on-one player, probably like the best, in between player in the game. Even in his advanced age, that's why we were able to trade for him. And then Bogdanovic is also pretty good too in the mid-range and one-on-one type of stuff too. Spot up shooting, one-on-one play. So I think both of those players will be excellent right now. So I don't care which one we get, but I just know the Knicks need to get another one. You know, we're talking about a fringe all-star, somebody that wasn't all-star before, that type of thing. He's not a superstar player. At one point of his career, maybe he was a superstar. But at this point of his career, he's not a superstar. He's at the end of these 20-point a game kind of years. If DeRozan gets traded to the Knicks, maybe the 20-point a game scoring stops. Maybe we can get down to 18 and that type of thing, and just fit into what the Knicks are doing. Because Brunson's scoring is great. DeRozan could pass the ball. DeRozan is a good facilitator. So get him in here with Brunson to be a good facilitator. They also could score. They both can take kind of turns. Like I'm saying, Julius can get in when he fits in, because now you have to guard everybody. So now Julius can get in with the bully ball. And then RJ's all of a sudden can hit the corner three now with accuracy. So now it makes a little sense. We have extra firepower. So I'm totally down with that. I'm down with that, man. Absolutely. No more venting, nothing but accolades. Maybe being nice will work. I don't know, man. Oh, here we go. Just lost my stream. Yep. Tim Thomas born too early. Tim. The thing with Tim Thomas is that he never got better. You know, if you guys know what I'm talking about, like he was really good. I think he peaked in high school. I actually was talking about that right today. Like a lot of athletes, they peak in high school and they really don't get better. As time goes on, they don't really get better. So Tim Thomas in high school, he's like my age, Tim Thomas. So I mean, Tim Thomas in high school. You want to talk about LeBron James? Tim Thomas was the man in high school, man. So Tim Thomas is another one of those guys, just like Julius, where they were like 29 ever since they were in high school. So I'm looking at Tim Thomas, American basketball player. This is him here in his playing career here. Prototypical basketball player, man. Prototypical forward, 6'10", 230. 6'10" in today's NBA is a center. He would be a starting center in the NBA right now, which is ridiculous. But Tim Thomas at some points, man, he was playing shooting guard for us when he was with a Nick. Shout out to Patterson Catholic in New Jersey was a powerhouse back in the days, man. Jersey basketball. A lot of people don't really talk about that enough. But made the NBA debut in '97. This guy is definitely my age group. We could have went to high school together. He's born in '77. Really good basketball player, man. Like I said, he peaked in high school. He didn't get much better than what he was doing in high school. Didn't really add too much to his game. He got slower as time went on. Had the same tired moves. Never really got better. But Tim Thomas is a legend. Regardless of what I'm saying there, Tim Thomas is an absolute legend in the New York City area. It's not said enough. Shout out to Mashburn too. A lot of people forget that Mashburn was actually from the Bronx and actually was Mr. Basketball in New York. For anybody that didn't know that. So shout out to Jamal Mashburn. He's a freaking New York City legend. But nobody talks about that because he played for Miami for that little bit of time. So that took away from his legacy in New York. But he was like literally Mr. Basketball in New York. So I'm losing my stream right now. I don't know what's happening. MSG Go keeps dropping the stream here, so I'm trying to figure this out. So Knicks are up 89 to 88. Bagley gets it. Sets the screen for Burks. Burks kicks it back out to Knox. Josh Hart, a little bit overzealous, got called for a foul. I mean, so the Knicks are doing everything wrong right now. It's crazy. Shout out to WizBK. WizBK with the nice little lesson there. I definitely appreciate it, man. So when so many of our rotation players are off, why don't we just try one or two of our bench players? Deuce, you mentioned Deuce, right? I like Deuce as well, but that's the problem with Grimes. We got Grimes, right? But Deuce can do what Grimes does. So if we traded Grimes, I don't understand why anybody would cry because Deuce can come in and do exactly what Grimes is doing. I think Deuce would do it better because Deuce is a really good basketball player, man. As far as being ready to play, can play good defense and stuff like that, actually impact the game consistently. At least from the defensive end. Now he likes to do the one-on-one scoring, and he can hit the three sometimes. IQ into the paint there. Detroit is just frustrating. Big time spin move by RJ. I mean, whoa! What the hell just happened just now? RJ with the big time move just now. Little move, spin into the lane the opposite way, comes through, and finishes on the opposite side of the room with the left hand. Beautiful. Hartenstein just felt awkwardly just now, man. It looked like he ripped his asshole the way he felt just now. Shit. But, man, we need to see a replay of that move that RJ just did just now. My God. Wow, big-time move by RJ, man. RJ got it in him, man, but, he just doesn't show it all the time. I just don't get it, man. But we absolutely need to see a replay of that shit. So I don't understand what's taking them so long. They're not showing the replay. They're still talking about what happened to Hartenstein just now, but we really need to see a replay of that RJ move. That was crazy. But yeah, man, we're talking about Deuce. I think Deuce can come in and play that 3-and-D guy already, I think he really could. But now we're talking about situational. We're talking about somebody that's going to be playing situational. So Kevin Knox is coming out here. They didn't really play too well today. All right, so they're going to give some more minutes to a new guy. I think that's Umud. Is that who that is? Number 17. I don't think I remember seeing him play yet. But number 17 is in the game now for Knox. 91-90 right now. IQ misses yet another shot. IQ is playing like crap today. IQ right now was like 1 for or 2 for 10. He's 2 for 10 with 5 points and not doing anything else out there. Sheesh. A guy like Jaden Ivey, step back jump shot, drive on Hartenstein. Corner 3-point shot for somebody. Who is that? That's a Sword Thompson with a corner 3-point shot. So Detroit is up by 2. Here comes the Knicks. Hard drive by RJ. Off the rim, no good, but he's getting the foul. This is too much, man. This is driving me crazy. Yeah, Deuce would help, man. Deuce, shout out to Deuce and Kate Cunningham. They had a one-on-one matchup in college where Kate Cunningham was the man and Deuce McBride was coming at him, playing really hard defense and really going at him. So that was like one of those historic clashes there. And then the Knicks end up drafting Deuce McBride. So that's very interesting. I don't think Deuce McBride will ever be a starter in this league, but he's proven that he could be a rotational player if he was called upon. If the situation met itself there. So that Deuce is one of the reasons why that I don't mind trading Grimes, because we got Dante, we got Hart, and then we got Grimes to fall back on if we needed somebody to step up. So we don't need Grimes, to tell you the truth. Grimes' jump shot is not all that good for us to be crying over that shit. Knicks down by 1. Here goes Bagley. They're going one-on-one against Hartenstein. Nice little move there, but he dragged his pivot foot, so they call it travel. It was the crackhead from the PJs, Marvin Bagley. IQ fakes a dribble handoff. He's still holding onto the ball. Comes around the screen for Hartenstein. He should have pulled up, but he didn't. Gives it to RJ. RJ is boogieing, man. RJ got some ants in his pants. Dante with a 3. Boop. Clutch 3-point shot there by Dante DiVincenzo. My God. My God. So, this is interesting. Did you say that? You're talking about Tim Thomas. That was true. That's kind of blasphemous. If a young person heard that Tim Thomas was better than Kobe in high school, it was true. Kobe got 2 years on him because Kobe got 1 year. I think Kobe was born in 78. So they got 1 year behind him, but they both went to school in New Jersey. Well, Kobe went to school in Philly, excuse me. But if you want to talk about national, rankings and stuff like that, Tim Thomas was better than Kobe at the time. Kobe was good too in high school. That's one thing too. It's amazing. We have the internet now. So now you could tell how good people are just based on their views and that type of thing. But back in the days there was no such thing. So how does somebody from Brooklyn, New York, know anything about a kid named Kobe Bryant in Philadelphia? You know what I'm saying? How does somebody from Brooklyn know anything about somebody from New Jersey? And it's not from TV. We didn't know them because they were on ESPN or nothing like that. We just knew of these players. Because also too, we from Brooklyn, so we get on that train. You know what I'm saying? We get on that train and we travel to places, man. I actually saw Tim Thomas play, back in those days. I never saw Kobe play when he was young, no. But some of those other guys, in New Jersey, I saw those guys play, So it was interesting, man. I remember the era. Somebody, I was just about to say, Bobby Santiago just mentioned Felipe Lopez. Yo, man, if you had to be there, right, Bobby? Bobby got some age on him. You know what I'm saying? So talk about great high school players. Remember Felipe Lopez? Yo, Felipe Lopez was nice, right? And we knew about him, and he was still in DR. Yo, we knew about Felipe Lopez, and he still was in DR. Okay, we knew about him up here. So when he came up here, we already knew who he was. So when he went to Rice and he was playing good in the Bronx and stuff like that, and he was a superstar. That motherfucker was a superstar, bro. So I'm talking about like Michael Jackson fainting in the street type of superstar. So you want to talk about Felipe Lopez, man? We knew about him, and he was still in DR, fam. He was still in DR. So we waiting for this kid to come up, and once we finally saw him, he was like Michael Jordan. That's another guy that never got better. In high school, he was a beast. He played college ball with St. John's. That was a nice run in St. John's. But every year that he played in St. John's, he played a little bit too many years in St. John's. But the problem with him is that he never got better. So then when he made it to the NBA, I believe he played for Minnesota. In Minnesota, he played a couple years and he was gone because he never got better. I believe his confidence was extremely high. I don't think he got into the gym and actually worked on his game. So once he got to the NBA, he realized that he's not the fastest anymore, not the most athletic, not the most skilled player anymore. So he fizzled out. He never got better. So you just have to keep working. That's the amazing thing about being a professional, man. You have to, like, you're nice, yes, but in order for you to go to the next level, you have to keep on working, keep on. So I mean, we take it for granted how great these players are, man. So but it's not that easy. Because Killian Hayes doing a really good job, man, getting to where he needs to go today. So here comes Jalen Duran. I'm watching him in the post. He gives it up, gives it to Cade, but Dante there just took a charge. So Dante just drew a foul there. 97 and 93. So like I said, I have no strategy. Usually I like to give strategies here in the second in the towards the end here. We're not quite in crunch time yet, but right now I have no strategy. I feel like the Knicks are just allowing this team to play the way they are. The Knicks are not executing the way that they should. Brunson is back in right now. So the exciting thing about this game now is Brunson has 37. So I mean he's 13 points away from 50. So I mean, right now the Knicks got it cooking, but if we can get Brunson to score 13 points here to get him 50, I think that would be nice. It would make the game feel a little bit better because with him with 50 and a win would make the stupid ass win a little bit better. Here goes Brunson for three, man. He launches that, he misses it. Here comes Detroit. Killian Hayes, full head of steam, gives it up beautifully. Well, Jaden Ivey blew the layup there. Brunson able to get the loose ball over to Julius. Julius trots up behind the back pass to Dante DiVincenzo. He pulls it for three. It was on the money, but it was short. So here goes Jaden Ivey again, gives it over to Jaden Duran. Jaden Duran is a very good passer, finds the three-point shooter in the corner. So there's some street ball shit going on right now. Here goes Julius, bringing the ball on the left-hand side, being guarded by Stewart there. Dante DiVincenzo setting some illegal screens there. Big-time illegal screens. Julius against Dante. Against Jaden Ivey. Spinning the paint, bumpy dump, off the front of the rim, knocks it in. Amazing. So Julius, just watching him doesn't really seem like he's playing well, but the guy almost got a triple-double. 25, 9, and 8. I mean, Julius Randle, something else, bro. Yep, Al Harrington is another one, another New Jersey finest there, Al Harrington. He's another guy. Al Harrington, I think, is born in 79. So all those guys came up around the same time. Harrington didn't even go to college, So, I mean, there's a lot of good players came up during that time, man. It's amazing. Amazing, man. Nash Burns from Harlem. I thought he's from the Bronx. I thought he's from the Bronx. Killian Hayes, again, getting to that foul line and nice little flick of the wrist there. Still rocking that blowout. High little fade there. Looking like Inspector Clouseau, Pink Panther. Brunson on the inside floater off the front of the rim. Doesn't get it. Mitchell Robinson catches it and barely lays it up. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, he cut his hair, man. We talked about it earlier. He cut his hair. He used to have like the braids. See, look at him. He looks weird. He launches that three. So, I mean, these guys are tapping on the door. Look at him. He looks like he's 40 years old, though. The kid is still young. He looks old as hell. His mom's, though. His mom's. Respect to Jaden Ivey's moms, though. But Jaden Ivey's mom is beautiful. Mitchell Robinson fighting on the inside. So since we got some free throws coming, let's do the Google. Jaden Ivey's mother. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. There she goes right there. She used to play too. I think she played in the WNBA for a little while. She still got it. She's actually a coach there. A coach does she coach Notre Dame? So I mean, I'm not sure she's still coaching Notre Dame, but I know she's a head coach for somewhere in college, man. But yeah, she's a former WNBA player. Let's see if we can get some images up in here. Oh yeah, look at that. This is Jaden Ivey when he was a baby. You know, for those that are taking a look there, I can't really see it too good the way I'm clicking. But they go Jaden Ivey when he was a baby. But look at Mama. Look at Mama. Yeah. Here goes some other WNBA greats there. That's Tamika Catchings there. Shout out to Tamika Catchings. Actually went to actually was living in Italy with with her dad while Kobe was with her dad, with his dad, excuse me, when they were playing professional overseas there in Italy. So I mean, this Detroit team is still scratching the Knicks' ass, man, with 100 points to 103. Just got another cool layup there by Detroit. Here goes the Knicks working extremely hard there. Another stutter step there by Brunson. But look at this young lady here. Very good looking lady, man. So here goes another professional pitcher. One last time, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I'm just in awe of the beauty of women. You know, black women in particular. She's a beautiful one, boy. Very beautiful. I don't know if she's seen anybody, but I'm married and stuff like that. But I can look. I can look. So another 3-point shot here. So the Knicks are playing that roly-poly game there. Brunson brings the ball across. 4:44 on my clock, guys. I'm down by a little bit. Brunson steps back, setting back up. So what is the play? Josh Hart sets a screen for Brunson. All they did was switch. Dante with a desperation 3-point shot in the corner. He knocks it down. So that's the time. I'm keep telling you, timely threes is where it's at. That dude Grimes 0 for 5 today. Dante DiVincenzo 4 for 7. So, listen, if you want somebody to go 0 for 5 in a game as a starting shooting guard, then we need to make a decision. Grimes is in his own head. Shout out to Josh Hart was complaining, not complaining, but just stating, the obvious. Hey, I don't have a rhythm. I'm not a spot up shooter, so I just got to get used to it. So Grimes is definitely not playing the same that he was playing before. Dante, another one. Wow, Dante almost hit back-to-back threes in the corner, same spot. He misses it. Killian Hayes is on one right now. That motherfucker got some twitch going on. He goes Cade, being guarded by Dante. Big defense by Dante, keeping staying down on him. He just got ate up by a Durant screen, but he comes back and plays a nice, beautiful block from behind. So I mean, listen, DiVincenzo could fill that role, man. We talk about Grimes. We don't lose Grimes because of his defense. Who's gonna play defense? We got guys that could do that. Dante DiVincenzo had 8 a Durant screen just now. Still stayed with the play. Could see the block coming, jumped up and took care of that. For Cade there, but Cade got fouled by Mitch Robinson, so he's getting some free throws. But listen, man, we got guys that could do that. Grimes. If we traded Grimes right now, we won't miss him. But if you trade Grimes with Fournier and a draft pick, like I'm trying to say, like people like to make fun. So, the Knicks think they can get a superstar with that. Nah, I think we can get an old ass Durant on an expiring contract. I think we can get an old ass Bojan Bogdanovic, just came off an injured calf. I think we can get those guys. Okay, adding those guys to this team is going to make us better. One of them, and then make room for somebody else too on the free agent market. Man, I really like Darius Baisley, man. Oh, another guy too. What's his name? He used to play for Dallas, man. Brooklyn Nets roster. What's his name? I guess let's do NBA.com. Where's he at? Well, Royce O'Neal would be nice. Where's the guy at? Lonnie Walker would be nice too. Shout out to Trendon Watford would be nice also. But those are the guys that I'm looking at. Oh, no. Harry Giles too. I forgot that he's on the Nets. There's one player I'm looking for though. Where's he at? There he goes, number 28, Dorian Finney-Smith on the right-hand side. Dorian Finney-Smith is a player that's supposed to be dangling there, according to the rumor mill. That would be a nice cat to pick up to play starting small forward and slide Archie to the 2. I think he would be a good pickup as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of guys out there available that like I said, the Brooklyn Nets they have a lot of young players that are just dangling. So I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith will fit the Knicks perfect. I don't know if the Nets are into getting cap relief. Getting Fournier will be nice cap relief for them because he's on an expiring deal. If they can get an extra pick, that's nice for them. Also, they usually draft really well. You know what I'm saying? And then if the Brooklyn Nets can get Grimes as well, but even though like I say Grimes, but they already got Cam Thomas and Shaden. Oh no, that's a different Shaden Sharp. What's the other guy? Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker's nice too. So they already got shooting guards. Both of those guys are better than Grimes. You know what I'm trying to say? So if they want the draft pick and they want the cap relief, that Dorian Finney-Smith will be perfect for us right now. So I mean, just if you comb the league, you can find players that we can easily pick up. There's another guy too. Big thing here. We talked about T.J. Warren on this podcast. T.J. Warren is just chilling. I don't know what's up with him though. I don't know if if he has like a career-ending injury or something like that, because he did play. He was on the Nets roster, I believe, but he never got off the bench because I think he might have some kind of injury going on. Something that undisclosed. He might have some weird injury that he just can't get over. Sometimes guys get internal stuff, and they really can't snap back from it. But literally, T.J. Warren is sitting at home right now watching these games on his NBA League Pass right now. I don't know if he still wants to play. That's another thing too. But shout out to the orange T-shirt too. I told you guys I bought a few of them. I like the fit. I like the way they feel. They keep me warm in the thing. So you're gonna be seeing me with orange shirts all the time. So the thing is, I don't just have one and I'm wearing the same one every day for anybody who wants to be an ass, right? I done bought like 3 of these and I'm probably gonna buy 10 more, okay, or 7 more just to give me 10. Because I'm older now, man. Once something works for me, I'm just gonna buy 1,000,000 of them shits. So it's a really good color orange. It matches the hat too, man. The Die Hard hat. So it's the perfect color orange. So I'll be rocking this probably for the rest of the winter and probably into the spring too, man. So it is what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was. They used to call him Air Platino, right? At least I used to call him Air Platino. Yep, going to Kentucky was into, but St. John's was good, man. What was the guy, the coach, Norman something? He was he used to be taking advantage of them kids, man. I think, but he had those kids in the palm of his hand, man. He knows how to talk a good game. But he was a good coach too. You know, Ed Cota. Ed Cota went to Tilden, I think, right? I think Ed Cota went to Tilden, if I'm not mistaken. Ed Cota was nasty, man. Yeah, I don't know why Ed Cota didn't have an NBA career. Ed Cota was nice, so he had like a really good handle. That motherfucker was nice. He was nice. Yeah, man. Ed Cota was nice. I remember seeing Ed Cota up close and personal too back in those days. Ed Cota was nice. What's another guy I'm thinking about? So I'm not really good with names, man. I'm thinking about that Cincinnati point guard, Kenny something, Kenny Satterfield. Was that his name? The point guard from Cincinnati back in the days. He was dope too. I saw him coaching one summer, and he was cursing out these kids. I don't understand. Cursing out young kids. When they looking at him as an elder, as an OG, and he's only doing is cursing them out. I didn't really like that too much. Red Archery. He coaches for the Orangemen. Now. Okay. Red Archery sounds familiar. That's some homework for me tonight. 2 minutes and 40 seconds now. The Knicks are starting to stretch this lead a little bit. So we got a 6-point lead right now. Still very close. So if you guys want some strategy, so we got 2 minutes and 39 seconds. 2 minutes and 39 seconds for strategy wise. It's still plenty of time. So I mean, 2 minutes and 39 seconds. It's only a 2-possession game. So I mean, the Knicks can mess up and one play. Detroit can come down, hit a 3. The Knicks can come down, miss a shot, another transition 3, and then we're back again here. So Josh Hart, I guess they're gonna review it, but Josh Hart, you got to give guys the chance to move. So Josh Hart didn't give Cade Cunningham a chance to catch the ball. So the rules are very gray. It's a gray area. It's really up to the referee's discretion. but you gotta let guys move. It's one thing to draw the foul, but like I said, you got to give guys a chance for forward progress. I think it's called forward progress. I don't know if that's what they're gonna say on the camera here, but let me turn it up here so I can hear the call. So I'll wait till the referee pops up on the screen, so I'll turn it up so I can hear the call. But you gotta allow forward progress. So I'm looking. I see some other stuff here. Hayes in the Bronx, Cardinal Hayes. Yep. Yeah, this is ridiculous. We talked about it at halftime, man. Being out rebounded is ridiculous. So I mean, the Knicks really did piss away this team. They're really thinking about Vegas, but we can't really say that because how many games did we play this year already? And every single game has been the same damn way, no matter who we play. It's frustrating, bro. Y'all already know. It goes survey. So survey, yes. I put some bets out. So like I said, everybody knows here. I'm actually using my phone to watch the games because for some reason the browser doesn't work. And then if I try to put the sports book up on the browser, that doesn't work either. So I'm like I'm afraid to look. I'm afraid to look to see what's going on. Yeah, man. So you went to Cardinal Hayes? Shout out to the era, man. Shout out to Cardozo High School in Queens. I remember we used to go out there. That was kind of dangerous back in those days going to Cardozo. We used to do so many wild shit back in the days. Bishop Lock Yeah, man, my bad. If you guys couldn't hear me, man, I don't know what happened. So I just refreshed myself real quick, to see if that worked. But sometimes this Melon app, is a little bit cheaper, but they definitely have a little bit more flaws in the system here. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But we're at 18.4. I'm still taking a look at these comments. Like I said, I've been commenting on the comments. If you guys didn't hear me talking, I definitely was commenting on everything. Every comment that you saw pop up on the screen, you guys said you saw the comments. I definitely was talking about each comment. So yeah. Sasser's pretty good, young guy. Let me see what how old Sasser is. Sasser's a young guy, I believe. So Sasser, looking at Sasser, trying to find his age. Oh, there he goes. He's 23, so he's not that young. But 23, that's his age. So the game is almost over here. 5 seconds, and that's the end of that. It's the final, 118 to 112, man. So the Knicks finally pull out of this one. Once again, if you guys can hear me, let me know, man. So so I know that I'm not, frozen or whatever else you guys said that I was at the time, man. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But the game is over, 118 to 112. Definitely appreciate all of the comments here today. Very dope comments. A lot of names here that popped up. That brought back a lot of memories and stuff, man. So I mean, we came up through in a good era, man. Right now, everything is on the phone now, so everything doesn't seem as important, because everything is just on the phone, So, but there's no pride, I should say. Yeah, man. So, yeah, my bad about the technical difficulties. I blame all that shit on the Melon app. The Melon app doesn't give you no indications that anything is out or nothing. Shit is crazy. Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely. Back in the days, like everybody's talking about back in the days, but it's real true. Like I said, we used to know everything that was happening in the city without having to be so locked in with the phones and the reporting or anything like that. We didn't need none of that stuff. We didn't need newspaper clippings. It was newspaper clippings to get the visual of stuff that we already know, word of mouth. So it was interesting, man. Definitely a cool era to grow up in the 90s. That's why everybody keeps talking about it. Yeah, I'm so blessed that I was young in the 90s to grow up in that era, the golden age of hip hop. So many great artists came out during that time. So many great basketball players came out of New York City, the New York City tri-state area. We just talked about Jersey and New York City. We didn't talk about upstate much. We didn't talk about like anybody in Connecticut. We didn't talk about any of that stuff too. There was quite a few stars that came up in those little patches also, man. So good time to be alive during that time, man. Right now, any time is a good time to be alive, man. Right now is the internet age. Everybody's on Instagram and TikTok right now, so you can see everybody's highlights. Everybody got a mixtape and stuff. So it's good stuff. Good time to have exposure, but at the same time too, it's a good time to Google too. For anybody that pops up in this pod and see all the information that you see in the comments today, you really can get like a full spectrum of knowledge, man. Like when people say who like that, I really hate that because it just disrespects the past. You know what I'm saying? We have to remember the past in order to know where we're going. Like the young people say they don't need to know that because they got this is their era. Yeah, but at the same time, if you know your past, you know what I'm saying, then you can appreciate the future when it comes. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from it. Us OGs too got to do a better job of extending that branch to the youth too. Because we didn't do a good job, man. That's why the young people don't respect us. Young people don't respect us. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always got to tell them to suck your dick every once in a while because the stupid kids are so disrespectful. So you got to throw it back at them, man. But I wish it wasn't like that. I wish it wasn't like that. There's definitely a gap, that we need to extend the hand, to hold the little man's by the hand and help him across the street. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's 118 and 112, man. Good game by the Knicks. Yeah, right. The fucking Knicks. Fucking Knicks every night with this stuff, man. So look, we got another game tomorrow, man. We play do we play Toronto? Oh my god, we play Toronto tomorrow. Knicks schedule. We play Toronto tomorrow. Oh my god. Knicks at Toronto. So we're gonna go to Toronto to play them. So they're gonna be ready for us. They're gonna be trying to sabotage the Knicks. They're gonna do whatever they need to do to make it hard for the Knicks when we get up there. And it's tomorrow too. What the hell? The Knicks gotta fly out there to Canada, go through customs and all that stuff. They're not gonna have no rest, and then we gotta shoot up and play against this Toronto Raptors team that they obviously hate us right now because we're suing them right now. So I mean, take a look at the Raptors real quick before we get up out of here. I hate these things, man. Sometimes you want to click and you just want to. I have to get out of it, and I have to do this now. All right, click this, and then I have to go Toronto Raptors schedule. Oh yeah. So I can just see what their last few games. Let's just take a look at their last game. So they played against the Suns, so that's a good one. They played against the Suns. They beat the Suns 112-105. So we just lost to the Suns, and they beat the Suns. So Kevin Durant actually got 20. Devin Booker played, only had 8. So hey, there's something going on there. Nurkic had 19. So let's take a look at and see what this Raptors club had. Siakam had 22. OG had 13. You got Jacob Pulte, whatever his name is. He has 17. He's a good player. Scotty Barnes had 23, 7 and 4. Schroeder had 8, 12 assists. Gary Trent Jr. is back. So hey, they're stacked. They got Precious. We're gonna have a work cut out for us tomorrow, man. Because Toronto's they haven't been healthy. So I mean, I'm looking at Gary Trent Jr. is back. He's an 18 a game scorer. So him back is a pretty big thing, man. And OG is there. He's available. So you're talking about Siakam and OG is starting with Jacob. You got Scotty Barnes at shooting guard with Dennis Schroeder, and then Gary Trent Jr. is back now. Oh my God, Precious is there with a double, 14 and 10. Oh my God, 14 and 10 in 18 minutes, man. So sheesh. Macaulay Flynn is a good player. Chris Boucher is a good player. Jaden McDaniels is a good player. So anyway, Toronto is finally healthy again. So don't be surprised if we lose tomorrow, because I mean I see matchup problems all around. I see a bunch of guys that can put the ball in the basket, and the Knicks show every single night that they need an extra player. So I don't know, man. Anyway, it's the end of the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. There's a little bit more people in here today. At one point, it was like up to like 40, 40-ish, 50 people up in here. So definitely appreciate that. Just staying consistent. At one point, this show used to have like almost 100 sometimes just being here to watch the halftime, the crunch time, full game watch along, whatever. It used to be like 100 people in here sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I had took a break and stuff, messed with the algorithm with some things that I was trying to put on other people to try different things. It wasn't working, messed with the algorithms. So anyway, we'd like to get that back. So if you guys can hit the thumbs up on the way out, to help build the channel. Like I said, you guys that are always here, the guys that are definitely contributing and stuff like that, I'll never forget you guys. And you guys are the ones that have been holding me down this whole time when the algorithm was up and when the algorithm was down. You know what I'm saying? You guys have always been here. So you guys are my guys. I definitely appreciate you guys. I got like 2,500 subscribers. I've been stuck at like from 2,300. This year I didn't really gain too much, but I've been stuck at 225 for a while, man. So it would be nice to get that up to 3,000 before the season over. That would be great. And then definitely do some work this summer to try to push those numbers up too, man. To get more engagement, and just for my own ego as well too, man. So anyway, enough of that. Peace. Thank you guys for tuning in. Big game tomorrow, man. So listen, man, get your food and stuff together, man, because you got to be here with me to support me through this, man. That Toronto game is going to be hell. Believe it, man. So anyway, Eru's out. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute. Haven't said that in a while. But this what we're going to do here. We're going to do the Die Hard outro, man. So if you guys like to shake your booty, get ready, because Trav Ryan got the banger for you. So shout out to the Die Hard Knicks anthem performed by Trav B. Ryan. And I see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.
Eru, I see you. Die Hard. Trav. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Rappers represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name, and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer, that's gon' murder